What's up, everybody? Yes, honey, mother is back in the building. Yes, honey. How is everybody doing? It is Friday. Thank the Lord Jesus. I hope everybody's day is starting out so far so good. All things, what's up? I definitely see you, Sean. How you doing? We're gonna let a couple more people roll up in here before we get started. We went over the news yesterday. I don't think nothing happened overnight, really. I'm dropping a video a little later about what I think about the Terrence Crawford and his whole VITA testing, submission and how he's very public about it. Um, just in a little more detail so y'all can understand what I think is going on. Not that anybody give a damn what I think, but just so that people could understand what I think is going on. But I'm not sure if y'all had a chance to check out my video this morning that I did about Elijah Pierce. I did that video for a couple of reasons, right? And I've said this before on other panels. Some of you may have been on some of those panels. Some of you may not have been in the chat or on the panels when I said it. But I am a strong believer that there are a lot of guys that are coming up now that are hungry and just basically waiting for their chance to shine. You know what I'm saying? I feel that some of these quote unquote elite boxers are lazy. They're getting complacent. Hey, Shawa, how you doing, girl? You found us. Yes, honey. Realistic Washington fan, what's up? Yeah, so I feel like they're getting lazy and they're getting complacent, right? So in boxing, no king sits easy on the throne, right? It's always looking for somebody to dethrone you. The crown is heavy. The target is huge. And every title defense just adds another name to the list of hungry challengers, right? And while the boxing world has its eye on some of the more established champs in the lower weight classes, I feel like a storm is gathering. And I don't know if y'all saw the video I did about some of the young Puerto Rican cats that's coming up. A new wave of contenders, baby. Young, hungry, and armed with devastating power are climbing the ranks. Okay, I don't know if y'all had a chance to look at some of them rankings, baby, but they coming, But to get to the king, obviously, you got to get past some of the guardians at the gate, right? So in some of the lower weight classes, you have guys like Stephen Fulton, who is a former unified world champ, right? He was humbled, by Nayu Inoue, but never broken. You know what I'm saying? His experience makes him the ultimate test, the gatekeeper, if you will, to the throne. But in the shadows, honey, there are two radically different challengers, and they're preparing their assault, right? One is a blue chip prospect from Brownsville, Brooklyn, a technician, you know what I'm saying? Going by the name of Shoo Shoo Carrington, you know what I'm talking about? The other is just a whirlwind of violence from Oklahoma, you know what I'm saying? A basically powerhouse, goes by the name of Elijah Pierce. Now, the old guard has been put on notice. I've been watching some of these guys' interviews, and they ain't out here to play. You know what I'm saying? They looking for all the smoke they can get whenever they can get it. It's all about who's going to give them this opportunity, who's going to step in that ring with them and show them that either A, you know what I'm saying, I got this title because I earned it, or B, I get back. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be one or the other. You know what I'm saying? And today, we are going to talk with one of those boxers to understand his climb and what he really goes through in preparing for some of these fights, some of the challenges that he's had, but to kind of take it back a little bit, to understand the coming storm. You just kind of got to understand the man they all want to test themselves against is Cool Boy for whatever reason, right? I've been watching. I don't know if y'all watched the Boxing Voice interview with Shoo Shoo, and then some of Elijah Pierce's interviews he's done. Fulton has kind of been the boogeyman of the super bantamweight division for a while, a puzzle that just seems impossible to solve, almost, right? He wasn't just a champion, he was a master boxer who built his kingdom on sublime skills and untouchable defense, not just brute force. Like, I don't like when people say, oh, the boxer versus the puncher. You know what I'm saying? All the time. I feel like that takes kind of away from people's skill set. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, because I have really good power or devastating power, that don't mean I can't box. You know what I'm saying? It just means I got a little extra something in my arsenal. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm aware of that. Shawa, I'm definitely aware of that. But just to horn in kind of on my point, like, Fulton's style is a nightmare. He's pretty good. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like he ain't, cool boy Steph. You know what I'm saying? He's slick. He's adaptable. You know what I'm saying? A fighter who can find a way to beat you, no matter what you bring to the table, right? He's got one of the most, I'll say, educated jabs possibly in the game, right? What was he? He was a unified champ, I believe, at 122. And looks like he was sitting there for a long time. A nice little dominant reign that he had. You know what I'm saying? Then obviously came anyway, and their whole situation happened. You know what I'm saying? But we got Shushu now. While Stephen Fulton, you know what I'm saying, is the battle-tested veteran, another fighter is rising from a different path. One that's have, amateur gold and the kind of can't miss hype that follows a special talent. Born and raised the legendary, what is that? Brownsville, yeah, because he's from where Mike Tyson is from. So Brownsville, Brooklyn. He is the definition of a blue chip prospect. Now, I don't know what it's taken him so long, child, to step it up in competition, honey. We're going to get to that. But the fact of the matter is he's there. He was another one that I was kind of impressed by last week. You know what I'm saying? So his journey is all about pedigree. I think he has a really good amateur record too. Like, what was it, 255 wins or something? He was basically a star, winning the New York Golden Gloves, 2020 U.S. Olympic trials. So he's definitely a name that people need to take notice to. Then we got the wild card. If Bruce Carrington, Shushu is the polished future of boxing, then shit, Elijah Pierce is chaos, theory in action. He's the wild card, right? The explosive southpaw. I think, yeah, he's an explosive southpaw from Oklahoma who is completely different. Okay, he is a different kind of animal. Carrington is a surgeon. Pierce is a damn demolition expert. Okay. He's not there to score points and win rounds. He's hunting for the knockout, and from the first bell to the last, he take his lickings and he keeps on ticking. Okay. As we just saw this last card that he had on Friday, known as the Wolf. He fights exactly how his nickname suggests. He's an aggressive, come forward power puncher who loves to fight in the phone booth. Now, he's willing to get in there and trade shots to land his own bombs. Now, he's already awkward to deal with, right, for them. But he carries legitimate one-punch takeaway power in both hands. In the amateurs, I think he even, in the amateurs, he beat Rolly. Okay, so that's just a little bit to show you what kind of power he carries. What makes him, to me, so compelling and so damn dangerous, he is tough as hell. But we've seen it, right? Like, he had his fight with who? Arthur Vanella back in, what was that, March of last year? In the second round, he got blasted with, what was it, a right? He went down face first. For most fighters, that's it, lights out. But Pierce, he got up. That's what I mean. Like, these boys, sitting pretty on their little raggedy ass throne or whatever the hell they think they sitting on, man. These young guys, they coming. they coming and they're tired of y'all looking away from them. They're tired of y'all denying them their opportunities. Pretty soon, they're going to put themselves in a position where you can't deny them anymore. You know what you're gonna do when they become your number one contender, when they become your mandatory or something like that. What are you really gonna do then? Because it just seems like I said, these guys, they're comfortable where they are. They're comfortable where they are, and it just feels like for example, and we know he's duck sauce, duck tails. Teofimo Lopez, that man is holding on to them goddamn belts like he birthed them. Is he not, y'all? I mean, come on, let's be honest. He holding on to them goddamn belts as if he gave birth to them shits. You know what I'm saying? Saying the most ridiculous things. If you want to fight me, then pay the price, or a king's ransom. Like, so now you holding the belts hostage, child. That's what we over here doing. So it's just I want to just make sure we are understanding the storm that is coming. We understand that these boys ain't coming to play with some of these niggas, and luckily for a lot of these boxers in maybe the weight class or 2 or 3 above them that probably getting some shine that maybe if they had a little tougher competition wouldn't be. Luckily for them, these niggas is in lower weight classes. Because I'm telling you right now, some of these mainstream boxers, honey, child, bye, honey. I holla at y'all. I'm getting ready to go watch me some Pro Box, baby, or something else. You know what I'm saying? So it almost becomes to the point where you're not even interested anymore in what they have to offer, because it's like all you're going to see is maybe a high class level of pity pat, or for whatever reason, a lackluster performance. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm goddamn tired of it. I don't know. I just know from what I've been watching lately, and I can smell what's coming, and I can see it in the air. It just looked like things are about to get a little strange for some of these boys, and I really truly just hope that they are ready, because what's coming at them, it don't look like it's gonna be pretty for a couple of these boys. You know what I'm saying? And about, I want to say maybe another year or two, we're gonna figure out which one of you niggas is really like that. Because like I said, soon they're gonna be bringing something to your ass that you cannot deny. He's vulnerable, right, Elijah? But he's also terrifyingly tenacious. Sure, he can get a little wild, and be hit clearly. You know what I'm saying? Clearly and cleanly, we have seen that. But his chin and recovery are the real deal. This willingness to walk through the fire makes him a nightmare for some of these niggas, yo. You might be able to outbox him. You might even hurt him. But you have to be perfect for all 12 rounds. He only need to land one. So I'm telling you, it's the shit looking spooky for some of these boys. I've been watching and just making my little notes, and I'm like, hold the hell up. Do y'all see what I see? You know what I'm saying? He's raw strength. You know what I'm saying? Got the great equalizer against any technical skill. Carrington, he might be the safe bet for stardom. You know what I'm saying? It's often the wild card, though, like Pierce, the ones who can end the fight in an instant, who cause the biggest upsets. I said that before. I don't know if it was on my panel, I might have been on K&J panel, or somebody else's panel, where I said that. I said, well, some of these guys, y'all calling them cherry picks. A lot of these guys, they ain't trying to be cherries. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, honey. Mother is just making some observations. You know how I love to make my observations more plain, baby. And from what I see, it's some boys about to be in some real damn trouble. They are about to be in trouble, honey. Very much so. Yep. It's going to really get spooky out here. And I think that for some of them, Obviously they'll stand up to the test. I'm not saying that, these guys aren't, none of them are like that. I'm just simply pointing out that, given some of these other guys that are coming up or that are out here, you know what I'm saying? We gonna have some decisions to make soon, because this boy right here is a problem for any of these guys, any of them. You know what I'm saying? So, and that is correct. They got to be willing to give him an opportunity, and that brings me to my next point. Right? A lot of these guys won't fight some of these guys who they know who they are, because a lot of these guys, they grew up in the amateurs with most of them, right? But they won't fight them because it's kind of like high risk, low reward type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Right now I might be it. I might be hot sauce, duck sauce, whatever you want to call it. And if you come up in here, I might know I can't whoop you. I might know that because they know, what I'm saying? Some of them know, who can really get with them and who can't. So for some of them, it might be like, heck, no, I'm not fighting this guy. You know what I'm saying? I paid my dues, if that's how you know what I'm saying? Or something of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So it could be anything. You know what I'm saying? What's going on?
What's good? What's good?
How are you?
Pretty good, pretty
My
good.
camera be messing up sometimes. Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you good.
Okay. Yeah. What's up?
Pretty good. I just sent him the link. He hit me up around 4:31. So I sent him the
Okay.
link. So I'm just waiting for him to come in. So
Okay.
he'll be dropping in.
We were just talking about some of the upcoming guys, him included. So
Yeah. I
talking
love
about
what OT.
how they have the ability to change the landscape.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. They got to guys like him, they get overlooked at times. You know what I mean? They get overlooked, and sometimes we gotta be media got to be able to push it and let people, because that's just it gets
Ugh.
over. I love
Okay.
I love what OTX is doing though. I do.
Hold on one second. Elijah, how you doing?
Hey, what's going down? How you
What's
doing?
How
How you
are
doing?
you?
good?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed. I'm here. You know.
Yes. I'm so glad you decided to join us today. I was just talking about you, so this is perfect timing.
It's a pleasure.
Hmm.
Let's rock out.
Yeah. So, I mean, we were just going over like your climb through the rankings. I think you're at number 3 now, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I saw your last video. You was calling out Schoolboy and some of
Oh,
these other
hey,
boys.
I didn't see that. You called out Schoolboy. That's
Yeah. Yeah.
He
Mister
called out a
Forty
couple
Four.
boys. He called out a couple boys. Now, which weight class do you feel more comfortable in? Because you fought in a few of them, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I. Well, see, this the whole misconception is that like, see, I started high. I started at my natural weight. I used to fight at my natural weight in the beginning of my career. And then once I got hit to the game, so I got more informed, I started learning that okay, these guys is dropping hella weight to weight bully. So, and to some degree, not to their extent, but to some degree I followed suit. And I realized that once I learned how to cut weight correctly, I was a lot smaller than where I should have been. A lot smaller. So, like I used to fight at like 135, 130
Mm-hmm.
back in 2018, during that time I should have been fighting 115, 118, and I could have definitely made it easy, but I didn't know the game. I didn't know about cutting weight. I didn't know that was a thing, so I was just kind of late to the dance with that. That's why I ended up going down to 22 later in the career.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw that. And then like for your amateur record, you fought Rolly and Shushu, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that one with Rolly. You actually beat Rolly and Shushu, and then y'all rematched, right?
Yeah, at the Olympic trials in 2016.
You called him out too.
No, I mean I didn't necessarily call out Shu, but
Mhm,
I mean I did say yeah I'd fight him for sure because yeah, a lot
yeah.
of people want to see that fight because we're in similar positioning right now. You
Hmm.
know, but the only thing I've ever said about that is that me and Shu we've literally talked. That is the only contemporary of mine who I actually consider a friend. So
Mm.
since that is the case, and it's only him, nobody else. So I just said we and him we had an agreement. We were just like, we'll fight each other, no problem. There ain't no ambiguity, no, we friends, so we can't fight. No, it ain't none of
Right,
that. We'll
right.
fight because we already have a story. We can settle our one and one from the trials. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But we just wanted to do so on our own accord, not trying to fight just so we can get in position to fight for titles. We wanted to fight each other when we both already had titles, so me and him could benefit the most. Because once again,
Absolutely. That's
yeah, because we're friends. I want him to have the best, just like he want me to have the best. You know what I mean?
now. Let me say this, Elijah. I'm glad you actually said that, and shout out to you, man. You my dog. I've been rocking with you for years, man. So I'm glad to have you on here and introduce you to my co-host, man. I'm her co-host on her show today, but
Where?
This is Jab Queen, man, and very knowledgeable in the game, man. And you actually her first interview on here,
Oh,
man. So
where?
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
it's a pleasure, Queen, and I'm
Thank
glad to
you.
be the first for
But
sure.
let me finish what you just said about, because I told her I didn't have this talking point with her too. How fighters talk behind closed doors to really get fights done. I've been advocate about this. When you get the politics, like you just said, you and Shushu talk. But what happens sometimes is management get in the way and try to maneuver y'all guys from actually trying to make a fight. And
Right.
that's so cool to hear you say how y'all got a good friendship, because that's how the Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford fight had made, because Terrence Crawford got on the phone with Earl and they made that they had to fight the politics because Keith Thurman was waiting right there
Yeah.
for Earl Smith at 154. You
Hmm.
remember that? So
Yeah.
if you sometimes you have to fight the politics to help other fighters, and I think that's great for you to be in that position that talk to Shushu, because you another fighter that I've always talked about that be on the outside looking in. It's like you talented, you got the charisma, you talk that talk. I mean, the stuff you do at weigh-ins is unbelievable. You know what I mean? And you bring entertainment. And OTX has got a good fighter, and I think they got something really big working with you, man. So I just want to give you props on that, and talking about how you able to put talk to other fighters and get in that mode where when you get in that position, you're gonna fight everybody, and you want to fight everybody, man.
Absolutely, bro. All respect too. You already know how we rocking, but yeah, man, like it's been a consistent thing over the span of years with me, and
Mm-hmm.
people can go fact check this and go check out my earlier posts, earlier everything. Like I've been stating this over and over and over. I've been wanting to fight the best. I've never ducked no smoke, no squabbles with nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like I've always been insistent on trying to make the best fights possible to build my career faster. You know what I'm saying? It's just evident. Like I said, and people can keep trying to find any excuse that they want to. These guys, they know they know I'm a threat. I know most of these guys from the amateurs. I didn't been around the block for real. Like people know me. You know what I'm saying? My name rings bells when people, you know what I'm saying, and behind them closed doors, my name does ring them bells. They know
Right.
exactly who I am. And they
And
do
that's
they do not want to try me.
yeah, no, that's what I was saying before. You're kind of like stuck in a position where you're high risk but low reward. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, literally was just about to say that. Yeah, but
hmm,
yep,
yep. And I saw too, you sparred Tank when you were younger, right?
yep.
I saw that. That was some real good work right there. You were young too.
Yeah. I mean it was that's all it was. And it's just
Hmm.
crazy, man. Like that's what I'm saying. This game is just really, really I don't be trying to speak down on the brothers. Like I really don't like to. I don't. That's not how I was raised and where I come from.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But I do call a spade a spade. And a lot of these dudes are the fighters who are on top. They got like diva like mentalities. Like they're real effeminate in their thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like even with Tank, like I ain't never disrespect that dude. I ain't never, you know what I'm saying? Now I posted the sparring or whatever, but even when I posted it, it was nothing but a tribute to him. I'm
Right.
like, dude, like this dude helped me grow more than anybody. This dude one of the best fighters I ever sparred. Like I ain't down talking. Oh yeah, I beat Tank up. Oh yeah, da, da. I ain't say nothing crazy. But he still took it how he took it because he was just offended of me posting the sparring. But yeah, he did the same thing to my sparring partner who he knocked out in that same sparring. And then tried to say that sparring partner he did knock out was me because he was mad because he didn't want people knowing about it. And I'm like,
I didn't know that. Now you
you didn't
talking?
know
I
you
didn't
didn't
know.
know that?
I didn't know Tank said that when he thought that was you. He knocked out. I didn't know that. I didn't catch that. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's why he tried when it got brought back up. That's why people kept trying to say he knocked me out. I'm like, no, he didn't. Like he literally tried to switch up the narrative and try to act like, oh, that wasn't the end of the sparring and I knocked him out. And I'm like, man, come on, dog. And the only reason I haven't posted the full sparring yet, which I will when I want to, is because I'm not letting nobody coerce me and do anything. It's strategic. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm doing. I don't want my career to be solely based on the fact that I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, let leverage off a Tank. I did it at that time because I needed to do it.
And
Nobody,
let me say
yeah,
this, Elijah, and not to cut you off. Let me say
no,
this
you did.
because I agree with you. There's nothing wrong with that. But see, I would have looked at the sparring totally different if Tank would have looked at it because I didn't seen guys who had great sparring matches with other fighters, and what they did was go to their promoter and say, "Sign this guy." I done seen the Mikey Garcias. I done seen the Timothy Bradleys for Terrence Crawford. And then they was like, no, get him. They was vouching for him. It wasn't no, trying to hate and stop him from eating. Get him. He's one of us. You know what I mean? And I think that's how I would have took the sparring. That's how I would have took it.
That's one key point right there that you already said. That is real key. I comment on that all the time. That's what I
Mm-hmm.
meant by diva like mentalities with these boxers. That's a lot of reason why I don't get the fights with them. Why they don't want to fight me. Like as much as me and Stephen Fulton been going at it. You know what I'm saying? My whole thing is like, all right, why we doing all these theatrics and all that? Let's fight. Oh, bro, we can end it all. Let's just fight. But he keep wanting to play the like the Hollywood card. Oh, I'm too big for you, or I'm this and I'm that. But I'm like, okay, you pretty much what you saying is he keeps talking about how he want to fight me outside the ring. I'm like, man, first of all, you sound crazy off rip, like trying to fight me outside the ring.
Mm-hmm.
On top of that, it's like he's on some, oh well, I don't want to get you a fight because I don't want to get you paid. Like you're not gonna make no money off of me.
And
Type
that's
shit.
the thing. That's the thing. Y'all prize fighters. It's like
That's what I'm saying.
y'all supposed to look out for each other. And I think you've seen that post that I posted on you probably about a month and a half ago when I was showing you fighters who fought against the politics, who see a guy that's being frozen out. Roy Jones helped out Mike McCollum, who was going through a financial situation. He gave him that fight. And sometimes you can just share the ring with a guy. Even if you lose, you now are in a position to eat because you shared the ring with him. Look at Adrian Granados and Adrian Broner. Broner called up Adrian Granados and said, hey, you want to fight me? He said that was his friend. You know what I mean? And as soon as he put Adrian Granados on with him, went the distance, Broner won. Adrian Granados fought Robert Easter next. Adrian Granados fought Sean Porter next. Adrian Granados fought Danny Garcia. He started eating. And I think some of these guys have to look at it from the perspective you saying. It's like we can talk our stuff and build it up, bro. Like hug after. It's not no real beef. We prize fighters. Let's get this money.
But to his point, though, he's right. A lot of these guys, high risk, low reward, especially if they know he could beat them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they know. They know. You know what I'm saying?
But here's the thing, though. What Elijah is trying to say too is that Shakur knows what it's like to be ducked by a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? These guys that's been in the experience, they know what it's like to get avoided, so they got to take the dude that's ranked number 6 because the number 1, the number 2, and the number 3 is avoiding them. They can't control that. But you gotta be. It's gotta come a point where you be like, you know what? I'm gonna share the ring with you. I'm going. Adrian Broner has done it many times. I hate keep bringing up his name. He was about to share the ring with Michael Williams Jr. And a lot of people don't think Michael Williams is that good. But I wanted people to understand Broner is throwing this young kid a bone because once he shares the ring with Broner, he's in the mix whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get what I'm
I
saying?
mean, I don't care. Even though Broner, sometimes people like want to talk to him, talk about him how they talk about him. I always respect the Broner. He always been one of my favorite fighters.
Mm-hmm.
Always. You know what I'm
So,
saying?
so Elijah, how did you get the wolf? Like, where did that come from? Because you used
Oh
to call yourself Sweet Pea, right?
yeah, yeah. That's how I was known throughout the amateurs. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, no, the Wolf, man, that's my heart. You know what I'm saying? That came from all the pain, all the struggles, the humiliation, everything that I endured over the early span of my pro career. You know what I'm saying? Like during that time I had to go through a lot of adversity, and for me to overcome that was through the wolf. You know what I'm saying? That's my spirit animal. Yeah, so I ended up, I just decided like to do some deep soul searching at that time where I took like after my second loss, I was 9-2 with 8 knockouts, and I think I took off like about a year and a half, I believe. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna change my name. I'm gonna just kind of change the whole way I go about fighting, just everything. And so, I came up with the wolf because, like I said, it was organic. Like I looked at the totality of me as a person, and I'm like me, I'm extremely family oriented. Like when it comes to, what I'm saying, my pack is most important. Like the wolf is only as strong as the pack. The pack is only as strong as the wolf. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I really embody that. So, and then I don't know. So it's pretty much I just took that and I just kind of just ran with it. And then I was like, from now on, my approach to these fights, like I'm literally hunting down everything. Like I'm not playing no type of nice guy shit no more. Like if I gotta beat a bad guy, I'll be the bad guy. Like if I got to, like it was just kind of like it's up with me. Like I'm not gonna let nothing deter me. Um, Adversity or not, like it is what it is at this point, because that's where I was after I got those two losses. I really seen the ugly side of boxing early. You know what I'm saying? I seen everybody, like everybody. I had so much motion and so many people who was willing to work with me. And after I had got signed to Lou DiBella and I was finna start fighting on TV and everything, then when I lost that fight because I was going through a divorce at the time, it just like all my cards just fell. Like everybody wrote me off. Like I ain't had everybody started answering my calls. Like
And you start seeing who
nobody.
your real supporters was. You start to see.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it was real. It was real dark and ugly at that time. And I mean, I was pockets was hurting real bad. I'm talking about. I'm working warehouses and just I'm just trying to get by, like just trying to
Right.
figure it out. And I had ended up getting custody of my daughter as well after the divorce. So like I got a seed to take care of. Like so, I'm trying to figure it out.
Let me ask you this, Elijah. Does that going through that too? Does that make you not watch boxing sometimes when you in that place mentally where you just know something you love and you seeing other people that you came up with in the amateurs and you just it's hard to watch them celebrate their, you
Absolutely.
know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. It's to piss me off all the time. Like I said, people have no idea how much of a chip I've had over on my shoulder. Like I've really I've really had a big one for real. Like, I was very envious at a point in time. I was very disturbed mentally. Like
Mm,
I was really angry all the time. Like I was always pissed off. And it's kind of showed somewhat in my fights. You know what I'm saying? Like I will fight off a lot of emotion. Even
mm-hmm.
even somewhat like I did this particular fight I just had. You know what I'm saying? Really, this fight I kind of fought off a lot of emotion. Due to some mistakes that were made during my camp, and like just ultimately how I felt. Like, cause I damn sure wasn't at my best by any means. Like I wasn't. But it's no excuse when you in that ring. You ain't got no excuse. You gotta get to it.
You still delivered though. Let's just keep it a buck. That's it's still pressure because they want you to deliver as a main event. You did that. A lot of cats don't do that in the main events nowadays. Man, it's deliver. Man, you
So,
did that.
so talk to us a little bit about like preparation, like when you like your mindset for these fights. Like
I
what
mean,
do you
really for me to be now, like I said, I'm 12 fight. I didn't won 12 fights in a row. I ain't lost in 6 years. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Nobody's gonna beat a prepared and focused Elijah Pierce, and I genuinely, that's in my heart of heart. I put myself against the best of them. I don't care who. Meaning the NOAs, the Fultons, the whoever's. Like I'm confident in myself, like, in those fights. And
Mm-hmm.
whether people want to believe it or not, it's just because if they want to base it off one particular performance I have, or whatever the case may be, like that's like I've always been a type to rise to the occasion.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what happened with the sparring. Even with the sparring clips with Tank, and all the other champions I've been in the ring with. Like I've always raised my game whenever the pressure's on. You know what I'm saying? And even last fight was an example. My dad, he once he told me in that corner and at the end of the eighth, going into the ninth round, he told me, he was like, son, this is too close. Like he got emotional. He was like, son, this is too close. You need to knock this dude out. Stop playing, like, for real. Cause I really didn't feel good the whole fight. Like I was just, man, I was sluggish as hell. I just was not feeling it. And I was trying, like, I'm a rhythmic fighter. I use a lot of slick footwork. You know what I'm saying, I dance and stuff. Like I just wasn't able to do none of it. And it was yeah, a lot of it was partial due to me not even getting no southpaw sparring. I didn't even spar no southpaws my entire camp.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
but at the same time, you can't make. I don't want to make excuses or nothing, because excuses don't do nothing in the sport. So it was what it was. But yeah, I didn't get no southpaw sparring that fight. Whatever I had, so I kind of went in it a little bit blind, and I didn't. And on top of that, I had been out the ring for a year. I haven't fought in a year,
Mm-hmm.
so it was just really
But
like,
you still, you know,
huh?
you know what I'm saying? You handle
Oh yeah.
business.
Yeah, for sure. No, I mean, that's the thing. It's like I'm still skilled, and I'm still was able to maneuver. It just that I wasn't comfortable um setting up or doing the things that I'm naturally good at. Like, it felt awkward to me. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why I had to kind of switch, and I went into more of a just a hunt down, just walk down mentality. That's what I'm saying. I was really fighting off promotion. So
Mm-hmm.
then when it got to the when it got to the nitty gritty at the end, when my dad was like, he said, he was like, yo, you need to knock him out. I literally flipped that switch, and I was like,
I
I'm
saw
not stopping until I
that.
get his ass up out of here. And
It was
that
a
was the
little
whole,
scary.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that was it. And boom, I caught him. Ended up catching him with the low high, and
Mm-hmm.
I was a wrap. I called at the Shirley. I named that off my grandma, my late grandma.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
shit, caught him right on the button, and that was all she wrote.
Let me ask you a question, and then hold on, Jab. Let me ask you this question. With OTX, how did they discover you, and how did you get involved with OTX, man? Because I love what they doing. It's like Pro
Mm-hmm.
Box. I love what OTX is doing, bro.
Yeah, man. Well, basically, my manager, Trifin Petra, he's been the biggest the biggest success in my career. I attribute a lot to him. He's became like a brother, like a genuine brother to me. Um, he found me off the internet. Like I said, he had we met. I mean, we ended up talking to a mutual friend on Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
and he actually was considering me for an opponent as for one of his other fighters at the time.
Mm.
And he ended up seeing me. He researched me, and he was like, "Hold up, this kid's good. Let me see why he's inactive." Like I said, I had been out for about a year and a half.
Right.
So he ended up reaching out, through the mutual friend, connected us, and then we got on the phone, and he was like, "Man, why you ain't fighting? Like, what's your story?" I told him my story, and he was just like, "Man, you're a great fighter," and then
Mm-hmm.
we ended up locking in. I mean, well, actually, I was a little hesitant at first. I was apprehensive at first because
Right.
all those, dude, I had
Bad
hopes at the time.
dealings.
Yeah, everybody was flaking on me and all that. So
Mm-hmm.
I was distrusting. So I actually initially passed on him, but then the guy that I was currently working with at the time, he started being on some janky promoter stuff, whatever. So I was like, I called him back, and I was just like, yo, bro, you know what? I'm gonna take a leap of faith, and I'm gonna rock with you. And boom, that was the best decision I ever made. Like I said, ever since we started working together, like I said, here we are. I'm 12 fights later, 10 by knockout. You know what I mean?
That's dope, man. That's awesome, man.
That
You
is.
doing that's dope, man. I
That's
love what you're doing on OTX. I think they have a group of fighters that that can make their brand bigger, and you one of them. You know what I'm saying? So it's only going. I just can't wait till you get that crossover fight. That's gonna make you
yep.
know
Yeah.
big. That's all you need. And just that the rankings is everything. And seeing you up there, I'm like he's getting his just
Number
due.
three.
He's getting
Yeah,
his
I
just
mean,
due.
I've been labeled at this point. I'm the OTX general. I'm the premier fighter of OTX. I'm the top dog, and which is what I always said I would be. I mean, well,
Mm-hmm.
on the I'll say on the male side, because we do have two female world champions. Shout out O'Shea, um, shout out O'Shea Jones and Tierra Brown.
Right,
But
right, right.
but you know what I'm saying. But
Absolutely.
yeah, like on the men's side, like I'm definitely the big dog. So
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean. It's
You
been an
can probably
honor.
be the first male world champion from them. You know what I mean? That'll be dope. That'll be definitely dope.
It's coming. It best believe it's coming. And we've already got plans for it to happen. And this is something that I had said was going to happen a while ago. I've been predicted this because they had other guys who they were kind of trying to put over me at first, and I kept telling them, I just said, y'all gonna see, like I'm the guy. I'm in, and then
Because you can talk it and back it up. We need to talk. We need it. That's
yeah,
just that's part of the game, bro. People will understand. You got to embrace that. You got to.
got to.
That's who
So
you is.
what's next? Like who's next? Do you
Well,
know?
honestly, it's crazy because as soon as I won, then I got some of these guys calling me out. Well, like Casemiro, I called I tried to fight Casemiro like about I want to say about a year and a half, almost 2 years ago, and he used to be with my co-promoter Sean Gibbons and Brendan
Okay.
Gibbons, whatever, but they fell out and had like a big, real bad fallout. I don't exactly know all the particulars, but bottom line, they now they call supposedly. I don't know if it's him or his brother. That's what they say. They say his brother trolls on his page or something. I don't know. But bottom line, I've been seeing on Facebook they've been calling me out, and it's been going viral all over YouTube and whatnot. So I'm like, shit. I'm with all the smoke. I tell everybody I am the smoke. Everybody know I ain't I ain't ducking nothing. Shit, I don't even duck rain when it's rain outside.
Let me ask you this, Elijah. Don't you think now that you rank 3, and I think some fighters think like this, and you probably don't, but it's not you sometimes you are in position to protect the ranking that you are in. So you don't want to take a meaningless fight where it don't make sense when you're ranked. Like, it's a high risk, low reward, but there's no belt. I'm in a position where I'm trying to get a world title. Do you have a team to talk to you about that? Because you seem like the type that'll take everything. That's why you need a team, because you'll take a fight where you're like, dog, you in a good position. Don't take this one. Like if
Yeah,
you
see,
and
I've,
shoot,
I've al- I've already went through that before.
mm,
I've literally went through that. That's how I kind of ended up with my second loss. That's when I had fought Sagawa, the one who
mm,
fought Bruce Carrington. See that during that fight, like I had just knocked out Lou DiBella as one of his top prospects. That's when Lou DiBella signed me. I
okay,
was I was about to start fighting on TV. Everything was looking up. Like everything was about to start changing. Then boom, it was like I asked Lou. I was like, Lou, I need some bread. I just need a little tune up type fight just to make put some money in my pocket. He said, cool. Now the matchmaker didn't do his due diligence, and he ended up putting me, picking Sagawa. Now I didn't really know about Sagawa, but Sagawa's tough. Sagawa, he ain't no slouch. He's a tough dude.
mm-hmm,
So um we ended up I but me at that time I didn't care. I was like, I don't care. I'll knock him out too. Whatever. So we ended up fighting Sagawa. Now the thing that messed it all up was the camp, that training camp. That was literally worst training camp of my entire life. Like
Mm.
I had about 6 weeks to prepare. Literally week one, cool. It was a good week, whatever. Train. Second week, I caught the flu. I had a real bad flu, so I was out that entire week. I probably about a week and a couple days. Like it was bad. And
Mm.
boom, as soon as I recovered from the flu, probably like 1 or 2 days. I ended up getting pink eye. Boom,
Whoa.
out for another week. Whole had pink eye. Never had pink eye before. Boom, that shit hurts. Boom, I had pink eye. Then, as soon as I recovered from the pink eye after about a week. Now my ex-wife at the time, now we going at it because I'm out in training camp and my mom's just telling me she out there wilding and doing what she doing and so on and so forth. So now I gotta deal with that. Now are we arguing every day and I'm
She
distracted and
she taking part of your mental, taking part of your
yeah.
mental away from the game. Ooh,
So
man.
boom, then it was just like everything that could have went wrong, that can't went wrong. It was just bad. So honestly, I could say I probably only had a good genuine about two. I mean, if you count the first week and then three, but about 2 to 3 weeks to actually prepare for that fight. Like just because at towards the last 2 weeks, me and my dad like he was pissed at me. I ain't gonna lie. He told me he was like, son, you ain't been focused, man. You dealing with all this. You been sick. We gotta get to work, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't lose this fight. You gotta win this fight, man. We about to fight on TV. Da, da, da. So he wanted me and everything, but
It
it was
wasn't
what it
that.
was.
There go a side note real quick that you said that. That's so crazy you said that because I mentioned this. I don't know if I mentioned it on Jab's podcast before, but I was reading Jay Prince's book, and Jay Prince was talking about when he was with Floyd Mayweather. Floyd didn't think he was ready for Diego Corrales at the time. He wasn't even trying to take the fight.
Word.
But Jay Prince convinced him to take the fight because he was dealing with a divorce. Mentally, he was telling him he's not there. He's fighting, and he's on social media talking about his breakup. And so Jay Prince pretty much talking about the mental side of why you take this fight. And just hearing your side and how you break that down, bro, that's really deep that certain guys, managers can pick up on those type of things if it's not public enough, but they get those information from camps, other people talking about it. And Floyd took the fight. Make a long story short, he took the fight, and you see what happened. But not no excuses taken away from Diego, but that does play a part. You got to be mentally
Mentally
focused
prepared.
and have everything going
Oh
in,
man,
bro.
absolutely. And I was not there. I was not there. But even come fight night, and then on top of that, like I said, it was just a knowledge thing. Like it just being me and my dad.
Mm-hmm.
In the early part of my career, it was just me and my dad. My dad, he still works to this day. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's not a full-time coach. We've had to make do, but at the same time, it's just my dad understands me and knows me better than anybody. So I've never wanted to trade him for nobody else.
That's
You know what
good,
I'm
man.
saying? But I'm just loyal like that. Like I even passed on training with Floyd Senior. Floyd Senior wanted to train me years ago. You know what I'm saying? I could have been with my money team and all them a long time ago. Like I said, I passed for my father. You know what I'm saying? Just because he knows how to invoke my spirit. You know what I'm saying? That's not something that should be taken lightly, at least in my opinion. So,
Mm-hmm.
but
Plus,
anyway,
if it's not
so
broke, just don't fix it. If it's not broke, when he got you this far, he's with y'all together. Don't go try to add more to. You know what I mean? Because I always
yeah,
just look at that. Yeah, I
And
get you,
that
but
bro.
that's how you got into boxing anyway, right? Bonding with your father through
literally.
spending time boxing. Mm-hmm.
Literally, but that's what I'm saying. But I do understand the importance of the connections, though. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Now, at this point in my career, I do understand. That's something I always used to think about. Like, damn, I wonder if I would have went with Floyd or whatever, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
I just wonder what type of career I would have had. But at the same time, I don't dwell on it too often. I just kind of like it is what it is. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I'm rocking out with what I'm doing and my pack, and we putting on.
I'm gonna be
But
honest. You probably would have been like Hitchens. Leave. You probably have
Mm-hmm.
been put on the shelf. They don't
Yep.
have a real good reputation of fighters coming out of
Word.
TNT. They pick and choose. So I think you did the right thing, brother. To be honest, I think you did the right
For
thing.
sure. For
So
sure.
it sounds like you learned the hard way about like the business of boxing. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Ooh.
It's simply put, yep. That's basically, yep. I do trial and error. I've had
Yeah.
always to learn through trial and error.
What's some advice you would give someone else, like just starting?
Definitely make sure your team
Mm-hmm.
is solid. You gotta have a solid team, and I don't know. I mean, the best way to do that just look. You have to be smart enough to understand who really has your best interests at heart. You know what I'm saying? You really got to be able to pay attention to those particular things. Um, you know what I'm saying? That the sacrifice that it takes as well for you to get there, because it's not just you. It's not. You know what I'm saying? Like the other people, they got to be willing to sacrifice as well. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the other, like I said, another one of the reasons why, like I said, my father has always been, in my life. I mean, in terms of boxing or whatever.
Hmm.
So, but just in that story real quick, like I said, so that happened. I ended up taking the fight. I was told I couldn't pull out the fight. I was told if I pulled out the fight, I'd be suspended for a year. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, damn, I'm young. I got a kid. You know what I'm saying? I got my daughter full time. I can't afford to not
Right.
fight for a year. So
Hmm.
yeah, I went ahead and did it. I dropped the majority of the decision, and then it was what it was. I was heartbroken. I was out for a year and a half, and then, like I said, I made my ascension back after re-signing with him, and then I tried to actually redeem that Sagawa fight too. I tried to fight him a couple years after that, but he wanted like double or triple the money to fight me again.
Oh no, it ain't even worth it.
Yeah,
Like,
so that's why the only reason that fight has never happened, because a lot of people have said that, oh, why you don't get back with Sagawa or whatever, and then or even the first loss against Gio Cabrera, and I'm like, dude, Gio Cabrera is at 140.
Yeah.
yeah, you're a big boy.
That's what I'm saying, and I want to put this in perspective. I've said this in a couple different interviews. I need, because people don't seem to understand this. They be like, bro, you lost to Gio Cabrera. I'm like, dude. Okay, think about it. If I just went back up to 126, right?
Mm-hmm.
In 2025, in 2018, I fought him at 130.
Mm-hmm.
He said then that he wasn't even supposed to make 130. He was a natural 135er.
Yeah, you was fighting big dudes, man. That was a big boy.
Exactly. So I'm just saying, let's put it in perspective. At
Yeah.
that time, y'all don't think I probably could have made 115, or even, I mean, 118, or even 115 possibly?
And that goes
Hmm.
back to what you were saying, how they shrink themselves down.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't know about none of that stuff especially back then,
Because
2017,
you a fighter
2018.
though, because you just want the smoke. You don't care about the
Yeah.
business side. You had to learn that though. That's my thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I think fighters like you need to have a team, because and it's also good to have fighters like you, because 9 times out of 10 you're gonna take the fights if you think it's
Mm-hmm.
presentable enough. Because you gotta have a team to be like, hold on, hold your horses. Let's just wait. Let's let him get in the position over here, and then we get that. You get what I'm saying? So we
Right.
need a lot more fighters like you too, because I'm pretty sure, man, you're gonna get to a place where you at the top looking, and you're gonna see that same guy that was in the position that you were in, and be like, I got you.
I
Right.
mean, it's so many much more stories, bro. Like, I mean, it's crazy. Like, okay, even with the first loss,
Hmm.
right? I was in Gary for that camp. I went to Gary Jr.'s camp, Gary Russell Jr.'s camp.
Mm.
Okay.
I was his sparring partner for Joseph Jojo Diaz.
Okay.
So, but mind you, I didn't know I was going up there to be his chief sparring partner. I had no clue, none. My old coach at the time, he ended up sending me out there because, like I said, I wasn't getting no fights at that time. Nobody really wanted to fight me, and I needed the money. I'm like, yo, like I got a child, I need to provide for it. I got a family, like, I was married at the time. I'm like, yo, I need to make something happen. Like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, okay, I'm gonna send you out there with Gary and them. That's like my family. They gonna take care of you. You gonna get some good training. You just gonna get to work on yourself and just get better. I said, okay, cool. I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? To go out there train with Gary and them. But then they telling me, like, when I get out there, I'm a sparring partner, and I'm like, and I was just sitting on the couch, like I had just got off the couch, like I ain't been training, ain't in the gym, nothing.
Oh, wow.
So
Dang.
I'm like, well, like when the first day when they like, yeah, I was the only person in the gym with them, and they like, yeah, so you sparring Gary today, and we need you to do this, we need you to fight Mexican style and all this. I'm like, oh, what?
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I'm
Dang.
like, hold up, cuz. I'm like, I don't even fight like that. Like, whoa, like what? So I call my old coach. I'm like, yo, like they telling me this, and he's just like, man, just go with it. You'll be all right with the woo. I'm just like, all right, all right. So we get to sparring. I ain't gonna. This is the truth. Like I'm boxing Gary ass at first,
Mhm.
and condolences to to Gary Senior,
His
you know,
Yeah.
brother. Oh
who's no
yeah.
longer with us. But
Mm-hmm.
he was tight mad. Like I was catching Gary at first. Like it was good, real good work, real competitive work. And I'm saying I'm angling and what I'm saying, throwing counter shots and boom boom. And OG is getting mad. He's like, man, Gary, why you letting him hit you with this? Da, 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 da. Like he tight. So, but then they start chastising me because I'm not fighting like a Mexican or quote unquote. They're like, no, we need you to go forward. We need you to do this. I'm like, hold up, bro. This is not my style. Like,
That
I
ain't
don't
what
know.
I'm doing. That's not
Yeah,
it.
I'm like, hold up. I don't know what y'all got going on. I don't know what this is. Like, bro, like I didn't sign up for this. I don't know what this is. Like,
Mm.
with the whoop. So boom. So towards the latter part of the sparring, I think we did about 6 to 8 rounds. Mind you, their gym is extremely hot. I'm talking about extremely hot.
Mm.
Like they got one of them furnace old school burning ass gyms. So like I'm about to die of heat stroke in there, like for real. So I remember like I'm posing with Gary, like we setting up the shot, and I remember I just turned around and I just started throwing up. Like
Mm.
it's hot. Like I'm getting exhaustion. So
Dang.
so I take off my headgear. I start pouring water on myself. I'm like, yo, dude, I'm about to pass out. With
Yeah.
the Well, like I said, cause I wasn't in shape. I just got off the
Got off
couch.
the couch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So then they ended up sending me home or whatever. And now the part I didn't appreciate, because I'm still cool. I'm still cool, especially with Antonio Russell, because me and him, we fought in the amateurs or whatever.
Oh,
So
okay.
me and him, we cool. But like as far as what heard, like they was kind of doing some talking, like, oh, he couldn't even hang with Gary, and he couldn't do this, and Gary hurt him to the body and all that. I'm like, what? Like, where all this cap ass shit come from? Like, what? Yeah, so anyway, that's besides the point. So that had it all. I heard that through the grapevine and shit. And I'm like, no, that is complete cat with a side of cat.
But
But
do you think? Let
um,
me ask this real quick, Elijah. Do you think when it comes to sparring, do you think that played a part of you and Albert Bell not getting the fights that y'all want because of what y'all do in the sparring sessions?
yeah, that too. Yeah, and Albert, cause I sparred Albert before. Albert, bro, he's the one of the only people I've ever sparred that uses his height, and that's tough, bro. Like that's why I mess with Albert, bro. Albert nice,
Yeah,
like for
he's
real.
good. Yeah, a lot of people, yeah, they sleep on Albert. He's really really good. But I think y'all. I mean, this is the new generation coming up. I think certain guys have to politic in sparring where it's balanced. Like I'm not gonna do too much,
Yeah.
but you ain't gonna whoop me either. Because if I do too much, then the talk come around,
See,
and
but that's the thing. It's like you can't really help it because
Yeah.
most of the time these guys come in there with egos and they're
mm,
trying to, what I'm saying, son you, or trying to,
Put you
they,
in your
they, they
place.
talk shit to you. They be trying to little bro you, all that. I-
okay, okay,
that's how that Tank sparring happened. How it happened. Tank, you gotta think about it. He came in there and knocked out my sparring partner, knocked him out with headgear on. So you think, man? I'm like, man, boy, I'm looking at this. I'm like, boy, y'all got me all the way fucked up. You think you better come here and knock me out in my gym? Well,
I
I'm the
got
big
you.
dog. Like, oh hell no, boy, it's
But
not.
see, Tank really, because my thing with Tank, and this is the reputation all around, because I heard people was saying that they was defending Tank, saying, well, they was, no, I ain't gonna say defending Tank. There was another fighter that somebody was criticized that was a Tank fan, saying, oh, he coming in hard, he ain't even being professional. And I was like, you a Tank fan? Tank is known not working with people that's trying to work with him on the professional level. He takes it, he turns it up when it shouldn't even be that turned up. I remember when Montana Love out of Cleveland went to work with him, and I'm not even saying Montana gets the best of Tank, but Montana mindset is, nigga, you got a big fight coming up. What I
Yeah, I'm
look
trying
like,
to help you,
what
and
I
you
look like
already.
turning up and giving you a black eye or something, and then I'm getting kicked out of the camp, and y'all gotta push the fight back because I'm turning up. So I'm not about to take a licking either. You get what I'm saying? So, but then that went viral. It showed Tank just really getting off on Montana, and people were like, "Oh, look!" And I'm like, y'all gotta understand this in context. Montana was brought there to help him. He has a big fight coming up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not if he turns it up. And what Earl Spence got kicked out of Floyd's camp. I mean, it
Yeah,
happens, bro. It
yeah,
happens.
yeah.
But I
Yeah, but
get what you're saying. It's a catch 50-50 with that because it's like my thing is you already know in sparring sometimes y'all just touch and touch and then one catch hit you, you feel it, and then you can be like, okay, I'm gonna let him know I felt that.
Right.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna let him know I felt that, and then you give him that shot, then y'all both mentally should know, okay, let me calm it down.
The best I would say probably at this point some of the best sparring I've got is with my little bro Floyd Schofield.
Okay.
Oh, you
Yeah,
sparred with him?
I had I was his chief sparring partner for the Tevin Farmer fight.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
so with him like his dad, like I said, that's that's OG, that's like you know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
he always has us spar. We don't even spar hard. Me and Floyd have never really sparred hard where we trying to knock
See,
each
that,
other out.
I like that.
Yeah,
I'm okay with
we
that.
spar very technical. And it's good work. We spar enough to where, we gonna let each
Right,
other feel it, but it's
right.
more technical than it is aggressive.
Because
Okay.
But
but
at the end
you
of the day,
match
we're supposed to be
y'all
getting
matching
better.
y'all
Yeah,
matching each other's energy.
yeah, and we're supposed to be, getting better and preserving each other's career, not trying to knock each other out for bragging
I love
rights.
that, man. I love that. That's great. That's
Yeah.
great. That's a
See,
great thing.
they're smart. Like they're the ones who implement. They made me implement that in my camps. Now I don't want to even spar like that no more because I start thinking about it. I was like, man, that is really genius, dude. Because like one, they're saving and preserving their bodies, and then they're getting the work still. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's what you're supposed to be doing. So shout out to Floyd and his dad, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's they put me on so much game, man. Every time I've been in camp with them, I've always learned stuff.
That's
So
dope.
like it's definitely a lot of love there with them because they're always willing to get to share the game. You know what I'm saying? They're not selfish. You know what I'm saying? It's real love. With them.
They're
That's
not
dope.
gatekeeping information. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of big information. And
Mm-hmm.
like even that situation they went through with the Shakur fight, like once they actually put me on to what happened and everything or whatever, that shit blew my mind. I was like, whoa. And
Mm,
it just brought me to a whole different side of boxing. 'Cause I know a lot of people was criticizing them and
right,
Right.
right,
it was
right.
Duggan and all that, but if you really you really gotta pay attention and see through the bullshit.
Well, I know one thing. There was a lot of guys that get sick over there. I'm heading there in
Yeah.
Saudi.
Yeah.
I'm heading to Saudi in November. So for Abdullah, so
Oh,
I'm kind of scared on that one. What to
word
eat and all that other stuff, man. So we'll see. We'll definitely see, man.
for sure. But
Yeah, I
yeah,
did
man.
believe that he got sick over there. It's different. It's
No,
different over there. The
for sure.
food, the water, all of that.
But I know Elijah will fight over there. You will fight over there for a bag.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I've that's one of my dream places to fight. I always wanted to go out there because I want because after I went to Japan, like I was the sparring partner for Junto Nakatani's last opponent, Ryosuke Nishida. Yeah, they had me come out to Japan, and I was there for about a month. And
Did
man,
they
that
pay
that
well?
yeah.
Okay, okay.
And I'm talking about, man, that was a life changing experience. That kind of reinvigorated my spirit like on a whole nother level, bro. Like seriously, like that was a dream come true because I've won. Japan has always been my most wanted to visit country. So for me to go
Mm,
out there and then get paid to go out there, you know what I'm saying? And then like
dog.
just go get all the experience that I got and all the game, all that, like as far all those Japan fighters and what the it was, man, it was incredible. And then I really got to see the other side of the coin in terms of the fans, because like once the fans, like a lot of people, they kind of think just because if you black or you're a minority that you just automatically popular over there. That's not the case.
Okay.
In my perspective, is that's not the case. What they respect is notability. Meaning, if
Mm,
you're doing something with yourself, and you made something of yourself, they will give you the utmost respect for that. Like that's when they treat you like royalty. So
Mm.
all they had to do once they was able to Google me, my name, and see my Wikipedia, see that I was a world ranked professional, and like I'm really at the top tier of the sport.
Mm-hmm.
I got I got all the love in the world, bro. It was amazing.
That's
Like people,
good.
they showed me love. Like I was a damn
Taking pictures like crazy up there. Like,
yeah, pictures, autographs,
mm-hmm.
all types of stuff. I mean, one of the damn like even security guards, one of them asked me to punch him, and he was
Oh,
like,
I remember that. I saw that. I saw that.
What?
I think you
yeah,
recorded that. You put that on the Instagram.
yeah, and that went viral. It got like 3 or 4 million views.
Did
Yeah.
you
But
do
yeah,
it?
literally,
You hit him?
huh?
You hit him?
Yeah, he asked me. He was like, "Yo, man, can you please punch me in my stomach, whatever?" He was like, "It would be an honor for you to punch me. I got punched by a world ranked professional, all that." And I'm like, I mean, we had just left the club. You know what I'm saying? We a little, uh, I so.
You
You
let them
know,
have it.
I had rings on and everything. I took my rings off. Like, nah, bro,
Oh,
I ain't gonna do you like that. So I took my rings off, whatever, and I put in my pocket. And I'm like, all right, you ready? And I just, I ain't want to kill him or hurt him. So, I just put a little on it just so you can feel it. A little quick, boom, little 5. And then I hit him. I didn't really even pay attention to where I hit him. I really just naturally hit him in the solar plex. I hit him right in the solar
Man.
plex.
mhm.
Boy, that boy dropped like he dropped like oh shit, yeah, but he dropped though. He boom. But anyway, and then he had texted me the next morning. He was like, "Man, that shit hurt so bad, but it was an honor, bro. Like, I'm so glad. Like, I'm gonna cherish that memory forever."
That's a dope
And
experience, man. That's a dope
It
experience,
is.
man.
It
That's
is.
that's just dope just to get people that you starting to get acknowledged for the work you have put in, man. And I think that's the guys like me. I look at fighters like you, even from other states, because I cover Ohio heavy, but I
yeah,
talk about guys like you, and y'all rock with me 100% because at the end of the day, we gotta fight the politics. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
I get y'all with this, but this guy, it's so many fighters like you, and you're not the only one that's really got the potential to do great things. But it's the politics. They putting guys that we know that's not that good in positions that's got world
Mm-hmm.
titles.
all the
Oh my
time, man,
god!
Mm-hmm.
all the time. And
And it's
what's
not no
crazy?
hating. It's just like y'all know this guy's not that good. Come on, no,
Man,
it's like
that's the thing where I argue that all the time. I'm like, man, look, bro, like everybody, people can feel about me how they want to feel. Cause when it comes to all that trolling and social media stuff, I've gotten a little more used to it. Now I still respond at times.
I see you.
mm-hmm,
Yeah, because sometimes because my whole thing is just I just get annoyed when nobody never says anything plausible. Nobody never says nothing that makes sense. It's always
mm-hmm.
the same bullshit. Oh, you ain't fought nobody. You ain't this because you ain't that. It'd be like that newbie don't know shit about boxing type of stuff. Like just you this and you that or
And
whatever.
they gonna push the bar back every time you do something that they
Yep.
think you can't do. They just push the bar back, bro. They gonna change the narrative, so you
Every
can't get too
time.
caught up with those men. So I tell fighters that all the time. The faster people jump on your bandwagon is to be the quickest ones to jump off. The
Oh
moment they
yeah,
see the
for
moment they
sure.
see some type of vulnerability. And I think with you, I actually appreciate you getting knocked down, getting back up. We need to see toughness. We need to see that. And sometimes that bait people in to want to fight you. Hopefully you get fights just because you
Yeah,
get so what you get
yeah.
knocked down. You get up and you finish in fights.
Yes.
That's
Every
my thing.
time. Every time.
Yeah.
You gonna have somebody gonna have to kill me in order to put me down for good. Like that's just how it is. Like I'm coming like nobody like hey, that's just what it is. But
What's your last fight? I just remember kept screaming to the TV, put your fucking hands up. Put your
oh yeah,
hands up.
hmm
yeah, like see, and that's the thing. Like I knew at a point in the fight like that first knockdown was just a flash knockdown. First
Mm-hmm.
it was
Right,
Mm-hmm.
just
right.
a knockdown.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. Like I said, now honestly, I genuinely think it was because I didn't get no southpaw work. I didn't see that shot because
Oh,
I
okay.
normally see shots like that. But
And
it
he
was
was
what it
game,
was.
tough opponent. Shout out to your opponent too, bro.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like seeing guys that
He's
come
like
near to fight.
36. He
He
got
was there to
36
win,
ranking.
bro.
Mm-hmm.
He
Yeah,
was there to
he was.
win.
Yeah, he. I all respect to the these Filipino guys too, because
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. Those are the I didn't beat the top. What's that? Four. I think it was like 5, 4, and 3. Oh no. My bad. It was 2, 3, and 5, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And
On
then
box rec.
yeah, on box rec, yeah, and the number one is Casemiro, but like I said, due to politics, we ain't fight yet, but.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't beat, Mike Plania. He was I know he was like number 2, and then I beat the Arthur Villanueva dude. I think he was up there, and then I just beat Das Marinas or
Yeah.
Right.
whatever. So
Yeah.
I think he was number 4. So in the
He looked
Philippines.
strong too. Was he strong? He looked strong? He looked like a strong fighter. No.
He wasn't strong at all. That's why
Okay.
I was bullying him. That's why, like, when it got to the point when he kept trying to hold me, that's why I start imposing my will
I
on him.
saw
Okay.
you throw
Okay.
him out. I'm like, Lord, I threw him to the ground, child.
Yeah, 'cause he started. I could see the little stuff he was trying to do to survive, and I was like, nah, nigga, because once I turned that switch, and I know I got you. All that was really one of the main reasons I started walking him down like that too, because he really wasn't that strong. Like I said, the
Okay.
first
Okay.
the
Okay.
first knockdown was a flash knockdown, like I said, because I had my hands down and
Mm-hmm.
I overthrew a punch or whatever he caught me. Was what it was. It's always a shot you don't see that gets
Mm-hmm.
you. So, I didn't see it. It got me. Got back up. My legs was fine. I was like, all right, just let me just chill for a second, make sure I'm good. Boom. And then the round ended. Next round, I got right back on him. And then
Yeah.
we just slowly building and working, just slowly building. Now, one thing I do understand there was some things I could have done better. I'm not oblivious to that by any means. I know I could have definitely. I didn't even do the game plan. I threw the game plan out. I'm not even gonna lie. Like
Mm-hmm.
Why?
because because of how I felt. I didn't feel there. I had been out the ring for a year, and I just wasn't comfortable. Like I said, not having a southpaw sparring as well. Like I didn't have the timing, the normal stuff that I do that works for me. I just didn't have it. So I decided to remedy that and I was like, okay, I know I'm stronger than this dude. I know I can knock him out. I know I can. I like if any way can knock his ass out, I know I can. So
Mm.
I don't care what nobody says. I took that mindset too, and I was like, I know all I gotta do is catch him. If I catch him, he's out of there.
Yeah.
So that's why I just kept walking him down, walking him down, walking him down the whole time. And then he kept moving so much, just moving, and he was doing good movement, good
Yeah.
defense, in the beginning. But then about them later round, about that 6th, 7th round, you know what I'm saying? You could see it,
Yep.
that battery started depleting a little bit because you doing all that excess movement and whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
then I was just waiting on it. Now I finally caught him with the brick left. Boom. Then once I hit him with the brick left, I see, I could see it. Like he's kind of he was hurt. And I was like, okay, I got him. I got him.
Mhm.
And I just stayed on him, just try to, land them power shots, whatever. Then eventually I finally caught him with the shirt leaving. Boom, boom. He's out of
mm-hmm.
there.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think you can knock any your way out?
Man, that's why I tell everybody. That's why I tell everybody. I'm like, dog. Like this is another thing that people do not understand. Like I would be one of the. I would be the biggest opponent anywhere has faced, and
Mm,
all his opponent. I would be the big. I would probably be the biggest
Mm.
mm,
in terms of stature, in terms of physical strength. I guarantee I would probably be the strongest and biggest that he's fought.
Mm.
And then even the guys. Let's look at the ones who dropped him already.
Mhm.
Got dropped by Lewis Neri.
Yep.
Lewis Neri is fucking like 5'4", 5'5".
right.
And he's a little dude. He's small.
Now I get that. Now here's I'm gonna give you the same credit I gave you. He gets up and finishes the fights, man, and they bigger guys. Like he's moving up
Yeah.
in weight
No,
classes.
I
You
mean
gotta
I
give him
respect
credit.
that, and that's what I'm saying. I respect that completely. He does the same thing, but I just hate my whole thing with anyway. I have no disrespect towards him. Like anyway, is a great fighter. He
Mm-hmm.
seems like he's very respectful. He seems like a great guy. I have nothing but respect for anyway. It is his fans though. I cannot stand. I call them anywho's, all them anywho's, cause sometimes I call anyway anywho. I'm like, man, cause they swallow him so bad. I'm like, yo, this nigga is not, he's not the Jesus of boxing, bro. Like, y'all calm that down. Like,
But I get exactly what you're saying, Elijah. But what's so good about, I'm gonna tell you, with him, he sets the standard of being so great. When I see him get knocked down, I think about guys like you, Abdullah Mason. This
yeah,
is boxing. Don't tell
word.
me these guys is weak or look who they got knocked down by. We can do the same thing with with Inoue. You see what we can do the same
Yeah.
criticism y'all get these fighters. It should be consistent across the line.
But
They
see, but
get
that's the
back up
thing.
and
They
finish their
always gonna
fight.
find a way to. Oh well, he got dropped by him, and you got dropped by him.
Nah, yeah, nah,
Whatever. I'm like,
bro.
see, and that's what be funny to me because I'm like, bruh, first, like, regardless, it don't matter. Like whether I got knocked down or whatever, I got back up, finished the fight just like him. Whether y'all want to say he's on that level or whatever, the dudes is still what the two dudes I got dropped by were both former world title challengers.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're not whack.
Bones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they ain't bums. They fought for world titles.
And here's another thing too that a lot of people, and I agree with you, Elijah, but a puncher is a puncher, regardless if he got 20, 15 losses. I've always tell people a guy can punch. If he's got an 80% KO ratio, I don't care if he worked this subway. He didn't knocked out that many guys. He can actually crack. And my cousin Darnell Boone is another one of those. You know, that's my
Yeah,
cousin. He was known. He knocked down Ward. He had 13 losses at the time. Ward was an Olympian. His sixth pro fight, he put Ward down. Ward
yeah,
got back up. But that's just boxing. And I think a lot of these casuals who are new to the sport come in and try to make fun when they say, like, nah, y'all don't understand the sport. So I don't even entertain those type of people, to be honest.
yeah. I mean, like I said, that's something I've even had to learn and grow with because they used to piss me off all the time, and that's my main problem with the whole anyway stuff. Like I said, it's not against him.
Yeah.
Anyway, like, if I was to ever meet him and talk to him, I would tell him that like I have nothing but respect for you, but it's
Right.
just his fans, boy, they get on my damn nerves. The Anywho's and the Tank Franks are the most annoying. Those are the most annoyingest people on the planet of boxing. I swear, like they just get on my they, they fan out too hard. They just disrespectful with it too. Don't make no sense.
Well, we don't want to
But
keep you too long, though, man. Jab, you got a couple more questions, and we're
yeah,
gonna
for
get
sure.
out of here.
I just wanted to know who you got next. Do you know or
Not as of yet. Like I said, I mean, all I know that it's possible it's an eliminator next. So obviously, I'm
okay
excited. Obviously, I'm excited about that. It's been a long time coming. I've been due for my shot for the longest.
for a
That's
minute?
dope,
Yeah.
man.
I mean,
That's
Yeah.
definitely
dope.
due for my shot. So, whoever it is, I'm putting their ass down too. Just like I just said in my post fight interview. Literally anybody can get it. I'm ready for whoever, and whoever steps in that ring for me, I'm gonna put them on their ass. Like
Oh, that's
I be telling these folks, man, like I'm out here in Atlanta. I'm holding it down. I work for Georgia Power for real. I'm really shutting lights out. You know what I'm saying? So hey.
I like that.
I love it. I love it.
Let me ask you this last question. Let me ask you this, and I'm gonna ask you some fights that's coming up, man. I want to get your opinion. I don't know if Jad was gonna ask you that, but who you got out of Devin and Brian Norman? I know you in Atlanta, man.
Yeah, no. I said I had answered this before. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be Norman.
Okay,
I like B Norman.
okay.
I like B Norman. Like I said, like he's a really good fighter.
Crawford
We
Canelo.
I gotta go Crawford all day. Got to. I
Okay.
ain't gonna lie. I learned that I bet against Crawford. I'm not betting against that dude. I'm not. He nice. And then when I really did the homework on him, because even with the Spence fight, I never knew about Crawford to that extent. Like all I knew about him, but I didn't know his pedigree for. I really didn't.
Okay.
I knew about Spence because I'm from Oklahoma City. Spence from Dallas, Texas. That's
Got you.
Right there.
practically
Mhm.
next door neighbors. So I'm always in Dallas, Texas. So like I had to go with Spence, and like when he did that to him, I was like, damn. All
Right.
right.
I got you. I got you.
So I did my homework on Crawford, and I was like, okay, yeah, this dude is he raw. So
And I got one more. My boy Abdullah Mason and Sam Noakes, man. I think you probably
oh yeah,
going.
yeah. Abdullah gonna he gonna do his thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, once you get to that level where, like I said, you fight for world titles and like you right when you once you get right there, you get that's the excel point. You know what I'm saying? Where you going to deliver your best. Because
Yeah,
even me, as the pressure continues to build for me, I'm only gonna get that much better. That's a guarantee. I put that on everything I love.
you
Like
got that determination, man. That's just you got that Marvin
Yeah,
Hatch
for
type of
sure.
spirit. I've always felt like you got to hit this man with a kitchen sink to get him out of there to really, beat somebody as determined as you, man. But I appreciate you coming, taking your time to share with us, man, on the platform, man. So, I don't know, Jab, you got any more questions for him?
No,
So
I did a video about you. It just dropped today, so check it out when you get a chance. Okay.
absolutely,
I'll send it to
I,
him.
I,
I'll
I
send it to him.
appreciate that. Hey, shit.
Yep,
Yeah,
I'll
like I
send it
said,
to
man,
him.
I think it's time. I just really think it's time for me to get my just due.
Yeah.
I've waited a long time. I prepared a long time. I went through a lot, and extremely grateful for people like y'all who are willing to give fighters like myself an opportunity, give us a
Yeah, for
platform to where
sure.
we can share our truth, share our passion. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, and experiences that we went through to that have gotten us here
Mm-hmm.
ultimately. So and moving forward, all I want to do is give the same, pass the baton to, these other young guys, who are
Mm-hmm.
willing to come and get in the sport and and make their path, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I believe in philanthropy as well. Like I got a lot of philanthropic efforts that I want to create moving forward. Once I become who I'm supposed to become, and so on and so forth, man. So anybody who want to tap in with me and follow the journey, I'm on Instagram at Elijah_Pierce. I'm on Twitter at WXXXLFIE. And
Okay.
I show love to everybody who show love to me. And all those who disrespect and throw salt on me. It's all love to you too. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's
They
all
gonna keep watching, man. They part of your bread makers. They gonna keep on
literally.
watching.
Literally, yeah, literally. So either way, it ain't gonna stop my motion. It ain't gonna stop what I got going on. I'm still gonna be me. I'm still gonna make it shake regardless. So once again, man, like I said, I just appreciate y'all for real. And you already know, bro. We tapped in like that. So anytime
Absolutely, bro.
you want me back or Jazz Queen, anytime you want me on your platform,
Anytime you
feel
want to
free to reach
come,
out.
anytime you want to come, we know the hunt continues, baby. We ready.
We gonna
Yeah,
hey,
Ready.
he
gotta
gonna have
know
that belt next time.
that.
He gonna have that strap. We gonna bring that strap
Mhm.
on the show, man. So number love, man.
Mhm.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks for stopping in, bro. I appreciate it.
Oh,
For
no doubt.
sure,
Hey, much
Elijah.
love to
Thank you
y'all,
so
man. Talk
much.
to y'all for
Thank you
sure.
so much.
Yep. Salute. All right, Jab. Good job.
Thank you.
Relief. That's my guy. Good stuff. Good stuff, girl. Good stuff, man.
Thank you so much.
Yes. No, no, no. It's pleasure. Pleasure. Pleasure.
Okay.
I'm going to get up out of here. I got some things I got to do myself, man.
Okay. Well, you enjoy the rest of your day, and I will text you later.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay. All right, guys. Panel open. Y'all come on up here and tell she how she did, honey. To me, I was nervous. I seen a couple of y'all trying to click the link, but it was not open panel. I'm so sorry. I had emailed him the link, but I guess he didn't get the email, so he just came in the chat and asked me to drop the link. So that's why the link was in the chat originally. So I'm sorry for the confusion. For if you guys thought that the link was for y'all in the beginning, I didn't want to be rude. I wasn't trying to be funny. I just didn't let y'all on because obviously I was in the middle of an interview. Um, but he spoke a lot about what we talked about before he came on, and how he's a very high risk and low reward for a lot of these boxers, who, like I said, probably shouldn't be in the position they're in anyway without carefully crafted management and navigation. You know what I'm saying? But whatever the case is, they are where they are. You know what I'm saying? And they kind of don't really want to give that up, which I can completely understand. But this is the fight game, you know what I'm saying? And it's all about giving opportunities, and not so necessarily passing the torch if you still eating, but obviously, sharing the wealth. I mean, hell, you know, if you respect people, and you got to understand that, think about when someone else didn't even want to give you your shot, you know what I'm saying, and how that resonated with you. So, it's just always something to think about. And I'm glad that he was able to shed some light on some of the situations that go on behind the scenes. And obviously, we know that he had to learn the hard way, the business of boxing and all that other kind of stuff. So, it's good that he came on and, shared some time with us and was able to provide us with some sort of insight on what he was going through, you know what I'm saying, during that time and everything like that. So I appreciate him so much. Mr. Greg, what's up?
Hold on for a minute. I'm trying
How
to get
you
this
gonna
ready.
click the link, then tell me to hold on? What is
I'm
going on
sorry.
around here? No, it's
I'm
okay. It's okay.
sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm just kidding. What's up, NHA? What's up?
What's up, Jack Queens? Yo, that was dope as hell, man. That was
Oh, thank
Yes,
you
it
so much.
was.
Did I seem nervous, y'all? Do I look fat?
Yes,
My
it's
face is
okay.
nah,
fat.
nah.
Do I
It's
look fat?
okay.
You did good, man. You did
It's
Okay.
good. It's a
okay to
breath
be
of fresh
nervous.
air.
I had like a big ass face on camera. I don't know what the hell
You
that's about. But
you did you did something that's good early in building your platform, and I
yeah.
hope you continue doing that because
Absolutely.
I
those
will. I
guys
will. I'm stalking them. I told y'all I'm stalking people. Y'all don't believe me. I'm stalking
do it.
them. Damn it. No, I'm just
Keep
kidding.
doing it because see, those guys will remember you as they ascend. You
Yeah,
hear me? And when they get to where they're champions and things of that nature, they'll remember when they was clawing their way up, who
for
gave them
sure.
props, who gave them a little shine, who talked to them with respect. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And the
Absolutely.
things that y'all talked about, I'm so glad that somebody young was talking about that because we've talked about the positioning and how things be happening behind the scenes. And a
Yep.
lot of times it can appear to people like, well, they just talking. Now you hearing a young guy who's telling you this is really what's happening behind the scenes. This
Absolutely.
is the politics that affects us before we even get somewhere. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? And you're revealing that. And so that's a what let me just say when you and Two Cent have started, y'all are both doing great things early in the building of your platforms. And this is one of those good things. I had only seen this kid twice, but knew
Uh-huh.
very little about him. And
Right.
now you've opened up a whole new avenue, not just for him, for other people like myself who really hadn't seen him and heard him talk too
Mm-hmm.
much. But now he got new fans. I like the way he presented himself, and I like what he was talking about when he had to make some choices about his father or somebody else who had connections. And what I would have loved about that is it showed his character, because even though maybe somebody with some connections could have got him something, maybe he chose his father who knew him, who had his
Absolutely.
best interest in part. And a lot of times
Absolutely.
you see guys just trying to hurry up and get whatever they can get, and they dump the people sometimes, or they don't listen to the people.
Somebody needs to mute. I don't know what y'all got going on.
They dump the people who has his best interest in heart. And I like hearing that he had that kind of character right now in his career. That was just great to see that and hear that, in my opinion.
Absolutely. And he's young too. He's what,
Yeah.
20 years old. So, he has time, you know what I'm saying? And he's very hungry. I don't know if you got a chance to watch the video that I put out about him this morning. I did that intentionally. I made that video last week, but I intentionally waited because I knew, that he was supposed to be coming on the show and I wanted to kind of freshen everybody's mind. But he, like he said, the divorce after his second loss, realizing who's really there for him, for him, and who's really there just for the shine and the grind. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to be noticed, and that's what I think that a lot of, well, not a lot, but some of these boxers are also going through. He talked about the mental aspect of it, which I'm glad he touched
Hmm.
on that as well. Like, when you're going through something mentally, you know what I'm saying? You're not always in the best mind frame to get ready for a fight or to be in there fighting. You know what I'm saying? And it really just depends. Some niggas want to get in that ring and take that shit out on somebody else. But some
Yeah.
niggas is like, man, right now I can't even focus on that. I got this chick over here acting crazy, or I got this going on, whatever the case may be. So I'm glad that he also touched on that as well.
Yeah. And now we can, I think some people who don't know can have maybe a little more empathy for fighters who are having things. I always say what happens to you outside the ring is who you are inside and vice versa. Now you see, here's one more fighter got to go through some things with a wife and the mother of his child. Has to go through one more
Absolutely.
things with some business people who making some mistakes, giving you some insight of how you go to camp, and it's supposed to go one way. You get there, something totally different, how that affects you. And a lot of times we don't, as fight fans, even if we know the fight game, you don't always know the intricate parts, the intimate parts of what's going on. You don't know what happened in the camp. You hear what the propaganda is said about what you allegedly did, but now he's untold you, hey, this is what happened to me, and this how it really went. So it's
Absolutely.
good. So keep doing though. I hope you get more of those young guys who willing to really talk
I'm
and tell you,
trying. I'm trying.
and that becomes part of your platform is about. And that's
Absolutely.
where you build
That's
that.
the idea. Yeah.
Yeah, keep on doing that. You got my support as far as I can, as
I
much as I can
appreciate
give,
you.
and I
How you
want
think I did? I was nervous. You think I was nervous? I was so nervous.
you. I mean, you weren't nervous where you were messing anything up. That's the most
Okay.
important thing. You weren't okay. Slow down, shut up, be quiet. So that wasn't important. But this was your first time,
Yep.
and you didn't mess it up. That's the most important thing. I'm sure you probably had some questions you wanted to ask, but you did one of the good things. You let him talk, and
Yeah,
that's what happened.
that's what I like was reading. I was like, you always let them talk. So
Yes,
I was reading. I did. I had like I got a whole list of questions, and I only got like really three of them in because I wanted to let him talk. I wanted him to feel comfortable. I didn't want to overtalk him because this ain't about me. It's about him. You know what I'm saying?
exactly. And that's what I'm saying. That was good. A lot of people think they got to ask 1,000 questions their first chance, and all you got to do is let somebody feel a sense of comfort and sense of being respected, and they will talk. Some of the things you probably wanted to ask him, he probably talked about. You see, I'm sure he didn't get everything that you probably had written down, but that was
No,
the most important thing. You allowed your guest, because he was your guest, to
that's
talk to
right.
your audience. And
Right.
we got something out of that, and we got it because you presented it to us. So that's what you take away from this.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Gray.
You're welcome.
Cam, what up, bro? How you think I did? I was
Yo,
nervous to
We're
you.
good tonight, I promise.
okay. Yeah, man. So I says salute to you, says salute to you. You did amazing. I know you was nervous. We talked about it earlier. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But I told you, you good. You good. You know what I'm saying? And then of course, man, salute to my brother, man, Marcus, Ohio Runs Boxing, man. That's my
for
brother.
sure.
You know what I'm saying? He definitely you know what I'm saying? We working on a lot of shit. We working on a lot of shit. Me, you, him. So we working on a lot of shit. We got a lot of shit in the works, and I'm proud of you, sis, on this shit. I'm proud
Thank
of the
you.
video because the video gave me a lot more insight on Elijah myself when I watched the video earlier when you dropped it earlier. Going into the interview. You know what I mean? So I was excited about this for sure throughout the whole day, and I'm glad Elijah's peers touched on a lot of stuff. He cleared up some stuff for us. The tank situation because I know everybody know him a little bit more. So his encounter that he had with Tank for us sparring and everything. So he cleared up some stuff with that because I remember exactly what he was talking about when he mentioned this him Tank sparring his his other sparring partner and knocking
Yeah,
it out. And I remember it literally last year that video being posted and everybody around the internet was thinking Tank was that was Elijah Pierce. And I'm like,
yeah,
no, this is not Elijah Pierce. I
yep.
was one of the ones telling him, I'm like, this ain't Elijah Pierce. So I remember that vividly. So I'm glad he ended up, talking about that and giving the insight for us, like, within that fight, when he was um going through being sick and then got
Yep.
his shit going on for us with his his ex-wife and everything kids situation, so it like he gave so much insight that I hope everybody that watched today and anybody that watched the interview back you get to see the inside life of a fighter. You know what I'm saying? We don't we talk about, you know, some of these fighters getting, you know, having issues with, you know, they love one for us, they women, and, you know, et
Mm-hmm.
cetera, and then just,
Yep.
you know, having, you know, tough issues for us going through camps, and, you know, getting ready, prepare for these fights, and then, you know, issues with, you know, promoters, you know, the sanctioning bodies, et cetera. Like, and, you know, Elijah gave a lot of great insight, you know, to us today, and I'm just happy that you got that interview, sis. And I had to tell you that logo, the new logo, fire, fuego.
Mhm.
Yeah, I enjoyed that shit today. I enjoyed it. I needed that today. That was good.
Thank you so much, Cam. I really appreciate it. Rich, what's up, babe? How you doing? Oh, hold on for a second, Rich. Coach Eddie, I'm so sorry. When I had that link pinned, it was because I guess he didn't get my email with it, and it wasn't for everybody at the time. So I'm sorry. I didn't mean to boot you like that. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. Hey, I've been kicked out of better places. I'm just
Ooh,
messing with you.
ooh, ooh,
I'm, I'm just messing with you. I'm just playing.
well,
You did a
you,
great job. You did a great job.
motherfucker. Rich, what's up, babe?
Yeah, I was in and out of the interview, man, but that was a good interview. That was a good interview from what I was listening to, man. And just keep going. Just reach out to more people, get more interviews. You got it.
Yeah, they starting on block sheet. They starting on block sheet. But Coach Eddie, what did you think? I know I should have asked more questions, but I thought it was more important to let him talk and give us his experience with stuff because obviously we want to hear him talk. Y'all hear me talk all the damn time. We wanted to hear from him and just his experiences with coming up through the ranks and finding shit out the hard way. You know what I mean? So I just thought it was more important to let him give us the game from his perspective.
Yeah, well, it was a great point. Question that you asked. I forget what the question was, but basically the question just basically he just opened up and he opened up a lot. I think it was the tank sparring,
Yeah.
and this is what I like to talk about a lot of times. They're really a lot of these boxers. They'll create this fictitious elite fighter, A level, B level, C level, and whatever. And we help them do that as content creators. But I promise, there is not much difference between an elite fighter and a guy that stays in the gym all the time. I promise you, it's not. Only difference is opportunity and name recognition.
Right.
Because even when I was an amateur, I was sparring with world champions, and I didn't even have
Okay.
one pro. I didn't even have one pro fight, and I was giving them good work, quality work, and they so much work that they would ask for me to come. And and I'm a guy. This is a guy never even had a professional fight. I was getting ready for a pro debut, and I did a camp with an undisputed cruiserweight champion of the world, which was O'Neal Bell. God bless the dead, but he was the undisputed cruiserweight champion of the world. A lot of people leave him out. He was from Atlanta. You can look him up, O'Neal Bell.
Okay.
I did four. I
Oh,
did four
darn.
camps with him. Yeah,
Bill passed away, Coach. I didn't know that.
man. Yeah. Bell. He been gone for probably 7, 8 years, man.
I didn't know that because I had met him a couple of times. I didn't know that though about him.
Yeah,
Wow.
he go. Yeah, he was gun violence. He got they tried to rob. It was a crazy story. They tried to rob him, had 2 or 3 people. He tried to fight them off. Same type of situation with Vernon Forrest.
Vernon,
This
yeah.
the same type of situation. But he spoke to these guys on the upper echelon, not wanting to give guys like him a shot because the perception is that he's a nobody and you
Mm-hmm.
are this elite fighter. And if you
Mm-hmm.
get in there, and if you and the risk is if you get in there and the guy has a good showing with you, it's going to lower their tier, quote unquote, being an elite fighter. So they don't want to take that risk. And a lot of times the promoters don't want to put the guy on because nobody ever heard of him. So that's what they thrive off of name recognition. So like I can't put you in with this guy that nobody ever heard of, and then you have a bad showing or he gives some good work. It's gonna devalue you. So it's all about perception. So he spoke about that, and a lot of fighters just don't get the opportunity. I mean, look at Rolly. Rolly's a champion, yo. Let that sink in.
Mm-hmm.
You mean to tell me that there's not probably at least 147 pounds that's probably better than Rolly?
I'm not
But,
gonna say
but
that, but I don't want to say that he don't deserve to be
no,
champion.
I'm not
Like I
saying that deserves. But it's the opportunities. It's sometimes like stroke of luck, being in the right place at the right time. He hooked up with Mayweather. That opened a lot of doors for him. And when the doors are open, he stepped through those doors and he done what he's supposed to do. But a lot of times this boils down to opportunity and who you know, and people can get you ranked and open certain doors for you. And that's what you need in the boxing game.
okay. I want to say shout out to everybody in the cash. If I don't want to pronounce nobody's government name, y'all might got warrants and stuff. So just shout out to everybody that hit me up in the cash. I appreciate y'all so much. I really do. Yeah, I mean, for the first one, I thought it was pretty good. I didn't do, obviously, I didn't get all my questions that I wanted to let him talk, but it's a learning process. And as we continue to stalk some of these ninjas, what I'm saying, I'll get better. I have to get better, obviously, with practice. So I definitely will continue to see who we can get on the show, man, and see what's going on. And I don't know how long you've been here, Coach Eddie, but I was saying that before Elijah even came on. Like, a lot of these guys are high risk, low reward for some of these quote unquote elite boxers because they're hungry. You know what I'm saying? And some of these guys, to your credit, like what you said, they face some of these guys in the amateurs. Look at Elijah, beat Rolly in the amateurs, beat Shushu in the amateurs. They rematched. Shushu beat him. You know what I'm saying? So that fight to be made actually has a backstory that's already going to tell itself. You know what I'm saying? These guys just got to be willing to put their shit on the line. You know what I mean?
And I gotta say, sis, man, you did your homework and your research on this shit.
Oh,
I
listen,
got,
I'm a little investigator.
man. Me and you, we talk about it as far as like the work we put in, as far as like doing our content and shit, getting our videos and our shows ready and shit, and people don't understand it. You know what I mean? Like, we really be putting out, like, I literally, like, today, my show, it took me like 2 hours to prepare my show, like, with all my
Yeah.
content and all of that shit.
Yep.
And people don't understand that shit. And I just wanted to salute to you, sis, for like your research and your homework, like on the video you did earlier, leading into the interview today. Like, amazing, beautiful work, sis, for sure.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank y'all so much. I was a little nervous. Sister was over here sweating. Y'all didn't see my hands. I was almost making my hands bleed. I was grabbing them so hard, like, Lord have mercy. But I was like, because I'm listening to the questions being asked, and I'm like, okay, what's my next question? But as he was talking, he kind of answered some of the questions as he was talking, which I guess is why it's good to just kind of let them talk.
Mhm.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's how it was with me when I had my interview with Tay Jones last Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Like Tay Jones was answering questions that I already had for him. You know what I mean? And it made it up, a lot more easier on the interview. You know what I mean?
It makes you look good too because those are the things that you want revealed to your fans and the audience
Absolutely.
that you have that they reveal these things on your show.
Yep.
So
Yep.
always look at that, and that's why you always let the person who is your guest talk, and
Mm-hmm.
you be the perfect host because you letting them talk, and they don't feel pressured or they don't feel like you trying to trap them in something or
Yeah,
doing some
yeah,
kind of
and that's
gotcha
another thing
question.
too. I try to stay away from messy shit because I don't really
Yeah,
want to be like that sort of podcast. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like I'm
uh-huh,
stirring up stuff and I'm starting issues. Like my
right,
my main focus is them and their journey. And if they decide they want to call somebody out up here, I ain't gonna stop you. But you know what I'm saying?
right.
Like I'm not gonna steer the conversation that way because I find that to be a little messy and I really just don't want to get all up in that. But I from the video that I did, and him out his own mouth, he been calling some people out. So I thought, let me go ahead and let him remind him. You've been calling some folk out, So
Well, he
yeah,
did so, and he talked, and we listened. Hey,
yep,
what else? What more could you ask for?
yeah,
Right. And us
definitely.
as boxing fans, like, we just seen him come off his win, a couple weeks ago, to where,
Yeah,
like,
last
hey, we
Friday.
want to we
Yep.
want to know what's next. We want to know who next for him, for sure.
That next last Friday. Yep, and I can't wait, you know what I'm saying, to see what he got going on. I know he has been calling out Fulton for a minute, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna definitely see how shit shapes up for him, I want him to, just focus and stay focused because he's right. When he focused, he ain't no toy for sure. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna give any of these boys problems. So I'm interested to see who will get in the ring with him. You know what I'm saying? If one of these top names, one of these big guys will put it on the line and really fight him. You know what I'm saying? That to me will show if you really like that. You know what I'm saying? When you really put it on the line and let one of these guys, it's not like and a lot of it too is like we said, these guys know each other from the amateurs, so they know who they could really mess with and who they can't. You know what I'm saying? They know who's a real threat to them and who's not. So it's all about, I guess, them being in the position that they're in to grant that opportunity and what they will do. So
Absolutely. So who's next? Who you got coming next? Maybe
I
some
mean, I feel
previews of
like I
some of
just
the
had a
matches.
fight. I just came out the ring, Mr. Greg. Dang, let me
Well,
go.
you know that's what fans do. What's next?
Let me go. Let me go to the locker room first.
No, no,
You
you can't
you
go to
you
the
should
locker
get those.
room.
You should get those Lugo brothers.
The twins? No, those are the Grady brothers.
No,
The
no, no they're not twins. They're two. They're two. I know their dad. Lugo. One of them's 18. One of them's 20. But they fight on OTX also. They the one that came out dressed up like Superman. I don't know if you've seen the show. They
yeah,
had
yeah, 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 yeah. Okay.
the Lugo brothers. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know what? Let me see if I could find them on IG. I'll start stalking them too. I'm not above stalking people, as y'all can see.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Hey,
simply not above
Hey,
that.
that's what you
and
gotta do. That's what you gotta do.
I'm pretty sure Elijah he knows him, so he can probably let him know. Just
Oh
reach
yeah,
out
and
to
that's
Elijah.
another thing too. I don't want to be like one of those people because I know they all talk, and I want them to be like, oh no, she cool, she don't do stuff like that. Like instead of this, because once the word get out, honey, that you bad for business, it'll be hard. Like to get some of these guys to come on. So I definitely don't want to be being out here being all messy and stuff.
Well, this interview shows that you're good for business. So
Huh?
this interview shows that you're good for business. So capitalize on that. Keep the
Yeah, for
reputation
sure,
that way.
for
And yes,
sure.
we're gonna ask you what's next. So what's next?
I don't know, Mr. Greg. Let me relish. Let me
Now we're
get.
gonna put the pressure on you now.
I see that. Jesus Christ. Can I get a standing 8 count or something?
You
My
got
goodness.
it. You already got the belt right now.
Oh my God. Heavy is the head that wears the
There
crown,
you
huh?
go. I
Lord
love
have
your
mercy.
wordplay, by the way.
Thank you so much. NHA, what's up, babe? I haven't really heard much from you. What's up, Lee?
I'm chilling, man. Like I said, man, that was dope, man. Definitely a breath of
Thank
fresh
you.
air. I'm just hoping it don't get drowned out by all the bullshit happening in the YouTube streets with all these content creators gang banging and all this other crazy
Oh
shit.
my
Because
goodness.
this is what we needed. This was dope. I can't say it enough. I mean, because we
Thank
got a
you.
young brother, what I'm saying, trying to get his name out there. I mean, it's out there, but we need more content creators. What I'm saying, to give this young man like him, the opportunity. You know what I'm saying, because I think it'll help. What I'm saying, in the long run to get some fights. What I'm saying, let him come out here. What I'm saying, tell us stories. I love the sparring stories. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that in itself right there is content. That's gold. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And I just hope this shit goes viral because maybe then what I'm saying we get some we get to get like real content like this on a more consistent basis. Like I
Yeah.
like to hear from these young fighters.
Me
It's like
too.
only you
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. Go
now
ahead.
saying that now saying it's like it's so far it's just you and just do and maybe one other outlet that I see doing this. And if we really love the sport like we claim we do, we should want, what I'm saying, to give these young fighters a platform.
Right.
And there's so much. I mean, I got, like that man, what I'm saying, you could tell he wanted to be here. He
Yeah.
wanted to, what I'm saying, tell a story. What I'm saying? And I think there's a lot of them out there. They're
Yep.
just not being reached out to because you got a lot of these content creators. They just, this is no shade at them either and shit because it's a business at the end of the day, so it is what it is.
No,
But
I
yeah,
agree. A
what's
lot of
next?
platforms, they go after the bigger names, which is understandable. You know what I'm saying? Because you want the views and stuff. But me personally, I like you said, the OTX fighters. I like the pro box fighters because to me, they the ones really out here getting to the action. Some of these quote unquote elites, they got so much prima donna crap going on right now. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, I forgot what card it was. It was the zone card on the same time the pro box card. When I turned to the damn pro box card. I don't know a soul on this damn pro box car. I just know they really fighting. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely will. There was another cat that I'm trying to reach out to. I'm gonna see, what I'm saying, if he unblock a sister. But you know what I'm saying, to see if he'll come on here and then we'll go from there. But a lot of these guys, they are for now. They're gonna be like, at my not my level, you know what I'm saying? But they're not gonna be superstars because obviously I'm not big enough. A lot of them are bougie. You know what I'm saying? Let's call it what it is. But the ones I can get on here, I'm definitely gonna get on here because we want to hear from all of them. You know what I'm saying? We already know what some of these elite ninjas got going on because all we got to do is open up an app and see their business. They up there hooping and hollering and fussing with one another. You know what I mean? So I like to hear the journey. You know what I'm saying? I like to see how the building gets built. You know, let's see what's underneath that hood because a lot of them, you know, they're learning the business of boxing, unfortunately, as they go. You know, and they can really help some of the ones coming behind them. So
But this is really how you also build. Like I said, I'm probably going to be a bigger fan. This is how you build a bigger fan base by going where
yeah,
everybody else isn't. And this is
of course, for
also
sure.
how elite fighters have to end up getting pressured because now fans who watch all of boxing may watch your channel as well and see an interview like that, and then ask that elite fighter, "How come you're not trying to see so and so?" So that pressure comes back on them. They just can't always pick and choose the easiest thing out there. Now,
Right,
the little guys that you overlooking, or you, as you say, trying to sun. Now you need to show that you really about something and fight this guy because fans want to see it now. We heard about him. We listening to him. We heard what happened in the gym. Let's see what you're gonna do in the ring. And those are kind of things that helps. I always said that when you get your team together, this is one of the things you now should be doing as you building,
hmm
going to YouTube and actually putting your face out there and letting fans see who you are and what you're doing. Hopefully a lot of other guys will see this tonight if they haven't been doing it already on other channels that I'm not aware of and start doing the same thing because that's where I think that the next generation that we've talked about, the shoes, Dula Masons and so forth,
right,
they're going to be doing this probably more than the guys who already at the top have been doing. They're just, as you say, hollering and screaming at each other. I don't want to see them holler and scream. I want them to talk to us more. We can
right.
holler and scream at the guys that talk. How come you ain't seen these guys down here? What's the problem? Why we got to pay you to hear you fuss at somebody that you still not gonna fight?
Right. Exactly, Mr. Greg. Exactly. And that's my whole thing. Like that's what I meant by we already know what y'all about. All I gotta do is open up my X or go on my Instagram or my threads and I see y'all up there just throwing shots at each other or this one don't want to fight, this one ain't enough money in it. That's what I mean, yo, this bougie behavior, man. I'm really not interested in it to be honest with you. It's like so I said I'll watch a pro box card in a damn minute because these they over there, they hungry. They are hungry. They out here getting to that action. So for now until these elite boxers get themselves together, honey, I will be boycotting their little situations. You know what I'm saying? Until they give me some damn action, charging me $80 and $90 for a high class pillow fight. Ninja, please. You know what I'm saying? So for sure. Y'all make sure y'all smash that like button. As y'all can see, I'm over here working like a hooker after church, honey. But I definitely enjoyed it. I'm glad that he had a good time. My main focus was to make sure that he was comfortable, you know what I'm saying, to make sure he knew that this wasn't some sort of ambush or, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't, trying to clickbait or have no, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. I want them to feel comfortable and know that they can come over here and just be themselves, you know what I'm saying, and just talk casually. This ain't no, you know what I mean? We ain't all bougie over here at the Players Palace. We just real kickback and just come holler at us, you know? So,
Good stuff there, Queen. I
thank
gotta jump
you.
off for a minute.
Oh yeah,
Ray,
I'm about to shut it down. I only wanted to do my interview. It's nothing really different, obviously, that changed from yesterday when we had our live. I did just drop a video about your homies, so I'm pretty sure I'll see you in my comment section with your cape on, ready to cap. But
Yeah, I just seen
thank
it
you
just
so
drop too. I'm
much.
about to watch that shit.
Thank you so much for stopping by, Mr. Greg. I appreciate your support so much.
all right, y'all. I'll see y'all later tonight. I gotta run for a
All
minute.
right, Grant.
All
Okay,
right, all right.
all right. Yeah, guys. So yeah, I mean, I was nervous. Could y'all tell? I was a little nervous, but I made it through it, so I'm good. I will be back stalking some of them sooner than later. Believe that for sure.
Facts, sis. You already know we working, we working. We got a lot of shit in the work, so it's lit, man. Just everybody just got to stay tuned to Jag Queen Boxing. Hey, it's a lot of shit in the works. We working. Just know that. Just know that. And sis, I'm
Yes,
proud of
yes,
you.
yes.
Good ass fucking interview, amazing shit. And it's lit, man. You already know you live tomorrow 5:30.
No, today was my double live for the week.
That's
So,
no lie. You said, "Ah, fuck it, it's no
yeah.
live tomorrow."
Huh?
Hmm? No live tomorrow.
No lie tomorrow. Mother will be at the beach again,
Right.
that's what I did today. But I do have some content lined up, so y'all just make sure y'all keep checking y'all notifications, honey. We are going to be in their business as usual. And we're gonna see what's up. It's not a lot going on, so the majority of the content I drop probably will be trying to revive this little Tide fight they got coming September that ain't nobody else talking about. For a fight that's damn near a month away. So I'm trying to help them, honey. They need to start paying she. But
Man.
I'm paying attention to their training camps, between Bud and Canelo. What's been happening. Obviously, we saw the test results. So I did a video. What is happening right now? So I did a video on that, and we'll go from there, man. We're gonna see what these boys really got going on. I'm keeping my eye on their situation, see if they got anything that I need to be concerned about. You know what I'm saying? But other than
Right.
that, we pretty much we Gucci.
Yeah, I
Oh,
know.
I was talk. Oh, you know what? I'm not gonna. Should I say something? Because I don't know what's really gonna happen. I was able to stalk down Miss Donaire. I was talking to her for a little bit this morning about the whole VADA process. So I'm just gonna keep talking to her and see if I can build some sort of rapport, and even see if maybe she'll come on and kind of shed some light on what we think we know. Maybe she can help kind of fill in some of the blanks for us and fill in some of the gaps. So I'll keep y'all posted with that, man. But I mean, that's what I'm working on right now. It's a little bit of dead air, you know what I'm saying, until some more fights. I don't know if we got any ones this month. I know
We
next
got
month
Oscar Duarte and Kenneth Sims tomorrow night. Pro Box got a
okay.
card tonight too with William Foster tonight
Yeah,
on
yeah,
Pro
yeah, yeah,
Box.
yeah. That's right. Okay. All right. So
So,
yes. So we got
uh,
something to watch.
yeah, I'll be. Already know I'll be live Sunday with the Roundtable Show, one
And I
p.m.
will
just to
be there. I
recap.
will definitely
You know what
be
I'm
there. Oh,
saying?
you know
We,
Hey,
what?
I'm a,
ain't nobody heard about the Shane Mosley fight?
Yes, I
What happened?
mentioned that a couple of lives ago, but he had his fight already, didn't he?
I thought he's supposed to fight Thursday or something.
Yesterday or this
mm,
Thursday coming?
I don't know. I think it was. I'm about to check, man.
Yeah,
yeah,
let me,
I ain't
I'll
hear
check
anything. I
today.
was actually talking about Shane Mosley earlier on my show
I
earlier
didn't
about
really
like
get a chance,
about
bro,
talking about the WBA ranking.
to see what was going on because I was like trying to write down my questions and stuff. But what was going on? What did you discuss? You want to recap for me real quick?
It really no, it's really crazy. They had the WBA rankings today, so of course,
That's right.
Boots
Today's
was
the
at number
first. Okay.
two at 154. Of course, you seen Elijah Pierce. He was at three at 126 today.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
talked
yeah, yeah.
about
I
that
was so
earlier.
happy when I saw that. I was like, look at God, right on time.
Yeah, yeah, he was at 26 for the WBA at number three. At 126. Movement pretty much. I say. Wasn't really too much really movement besides Boost was like the real big update on with the WBA
Yeah,
rankings. You
yeah.
see a couple of guys
That is
moving up a
big.
couple of spots and stuff. But real interesting though,
That's
just
what I thought
piecing
too. The
out.
Cardinals. I thought he fought already on the 25th. I gotta look it up, guys. If it's something good, I'll do a video. I mean, if it was anything interesting, I'm sure it would have been some highlights or something somewhere. I'll look it up. I completely forgot about Shane. I do apologize. There was so many other fights going on. With Top Rank ending their ESPN deal, they had all them goddamn fights on. So that kind of fell through the cracks as an exhibition. But I will get on that if y'all are interested, honey. Y'all let me know. I'm sorry. What?
Nah,
Go
I
ahead,
ain't
bro.
really interested. I just wanted to hear about him getting knocked out. That's all.
Did he get knocked
He
out?
crazy.
Nah. I said I just wanted to hear about him getting knocked out.
Oh. He said,
Damn. Why
"Thank
you?
you,
What?
Ohio. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for connecting me with me. I appreciate you
Salute
so
to my
much
brother Marcus, man. Ohio runs boxing,
for
man.
sure. I appreciate you so much, bro. You don't have no idea. But yeah, so he didn't get knocked out, Rich.
Nah, I don't know. They ain't, I ain't seen. I'm about to
There's no
look it up.
information, right? I just did a real quick Google. I couldn't find anything either.
Yeah, but I could have sworn he said he was fighting
Oh
on
no, you know
Thursday.
what he did? No. He did. He fought the 25th in London. Ring rust no
Yep.
longer. He comes out of retirement ready to fight. He fought on the 25th
Oh,
in
you talking about
London.
actual Shane? Oh, yeah. He was getting whooped on in that fight a little bit.
Was he?
Just a little bit.
I
I will
seen
have
the
to
little
go back and
highlights.
see if
I didn't
I can
watch the whole
find it.
fight, but I seen some little highlights from it where he ain't look all that crazy.
Nah, he definitely ain't beat Pacquiao.
All right, so let's see. I mean, I don't see no highlights right here. It just shows that he fought. It says ring rust no more. So I'm gonna have to look into that child to see what he really got
Yeah,
going on.
I think I
But you
seen
said
it
he was
was
getting
like
beat
on
on.
Instagram.
He was getting.
Yeah,
Oh, he
I seen a
lost.
little.
The
Yeah, it was
Cardinals.
like
He
a little.
lost.
It was a little clip on Instagram that I seen from it.
Oh well, he lost anyway, y'all. So
Yeah, there's a
yeah,
reason why they don't. He ain't gonna get no fights in the United States because at least we kind of uphold. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah. He 53,
not
I
letting
think.
certain
Was he?
fighters. Yeah, that's just crazy. Like
Yeah,
53 years
53
old.
years old.
Oh,
This is what I mean, y'all, without them leaving the back door of the senior department on box rec open. You know what I'm saying? This is yeah, he 53. This is what I mean. They leaving the door of box rec open in the senior department, and they need to stop. All these old ass fighters, go
yeah.
sit down, man. Manny ain't gonna be happy till somebody knock his damn block off. Child, please.
Oh yeah, then
I
they
don't,
let me add to what happened earlier too with Ring
I
Magazine. They
can't
put
really hear
out
you, bro. Are you close to your phone? Are you close to your phone, bro? I can't really
yeah.
hear you. Or is it just me?
You hear me? You hear me now?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, Ring Magazine, they put out a poll. I guess they did a voting poll for us. They said 75% of their voters believe that one of the guys between Canelo and Bud is gonna hit the canvas in this fight for the first time.
Mm.
mm.
I can believe that. What y'all think?
It all depends how they fight
Yeah,
or
it
how
all
Bud
depends.
fights. Actually,
It really all depends. Like, I think if Bud fight, like if Bud, te- Bud is like a technician, man. Bud could do like damn near a lot of. He could fight different ways inside the ring. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
It depends
Okay.
on how he's fighting. You know what I'm saying? It depends on how he want to fight. If he want to give it to Turkey and you know you know, not move around. I ain't gonna say running, but not moving around and all that shit. It might go like that. You never know. If you want to just straight up go clash, you know what I'm saying, head clash with him. But it all depends on how you fight, man. As far as Canelo getting dropped, I don't know. You never know what he could get hit with. You never know.
that's a
And
tall
from
task,
from
though.
your
You know.
Nah,
and
that's
from
a
y'all
fact. That's a fact though. But
and from y'all point of view, he's taking the best of the best stuff, man. He might could drop Canelo. You know, from y'all point of view.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, I'm still gonna put some money on a Bud knockout, but you know, not to expect it just because I know the odds is probably gonna be crazy. But realistically speaking, I mean, Canelo done been hit with some shit. That motherfucker ain't sniffed the canvas, let alone touch it. So I
what do you
don't
mean
know.
by that, Rich? What do you mean
And I'm
by
the biggest.
what are you talking
Say it
about?
again.
I was talking
I
to Rich.
said,
What do you mean by according to y'all? He on some good
Oh,
shit.
according to y'all, man, he's with Victor. Victor know how to make him super strong and super this and know how to beat up people. He's Hulk Hogan and stuff like that. So I could see him knocking down on Canelo, according to y'all.
Yeah, you gotta stop this shit, Rich. You really gotta stop this. What's
Bud
up though?
gonna come in there like Terminator.
You gotta stop this shit.
Man,
What's up,
man,
Ed?
but I'm just going by the people that always saying on connecting the dots and saying that he's on this, he did this, he's Superman. Oh, and the one his gloves might be cut,
Rich,
so he might do knock him down, man.
I am so sick of Rich. What's up, Ed? What's up,
He
Ed?
might.
Ed, you can hear us? Hello?
The Wizard.
Ed. The wizard need to fly his ass on if he ain't gonna talk. And That must be on his connection.
Oh
Yeah, go
yeah, it's
ahead.
probably something with the signal or something.
Stealing Wi-Fi. Shame on you. But I don't know about all of that because, as we've all said, and NHA just mentioned it, that's a tall task, man. That's a real tall task.
Yo, yo.
Can
There
you
you
hear us
go, the wizard.
Yes,
now, Ant?
Hey, now.
loud and clear.
Okay,
The
good.
wizard.
How you think I did, Ant? Did I seem nervous to you?
I couldn't tell.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah. So what you think about this whole? I mean, obviously, Bud. I ain't gonna lie, yo. He look good. He don't look like that first picture where he was looking at Professor Clump. He looked like he put the weight on pretty good. And it don't look like, I don't know. He looked a little slow to me, but everybody told me he was just basically shadow boxing. So I'm not gonna take that and put that nowhere. But so like, what do you think as far as like the weight he's put on, how he's moving? How he looks to you.
I think he looks strong.
Mm-hmm.
The guy's looking like a specimen, but he's gotta be able to perform with that weight. It's one thing to get yourself right, but it's another thing to be able to perform.
Yeah, I kind of think with it for real. Like, it's hard for me to see Bud, not no granted chin Canelo down. It really is. It's really hard for me to see that for real, but it's possible though.
Yeah, I'm about to say
Um,
it's possible. Anything is
see, I'm
possible
sorry.
with boxing.
Oh,
But
no, I thought you
I
was waiting
agree.
on me. No, I'm playing. Hello.
Boy, go handle whatever you need to handle. We don't need to hear your outside little business. But yeah, no, I think he looks strong too, Ant. Like I will agree with that. But you're right. Let's see how he move. You know what I'm saying with that weight on him.
What y'all think is going to be his in ring weight?
I read something that he want to come in at like 180 or something like that. I read he was looking to on fight night be around 180 or something.
They said
So
that. Oh
I'm
shit.
curious of where he gonna weigh, like going into like the weigh-in. That's what I'm curious about. Like, is he gonna come in like right at 168, or is he gonna come in in between 165, 168, type shit like that?
yeah,
I
that's a
mean,
good
he's not.
question.
He's at like 185 right now, some shit like that, right?
Yeah, that nigga at 200 pounds. I don't know what's going.
He's at
Listen,
200. Yeah,
no, I'm just
cutting
saying. I
35
don't
pounds
really.
would be crazy.
Okay, I don't know what he got going on over there. I know something going on. God damn it, I don't know what exactly, but I mother knows something happening. I don't know what it is. I don't like to talk about folk. Well, whatever. But this right here, man, that's how he was looking. And now where's that other picture? This ninja. Cause I'm telling you, it's some transformation going on over there. I'm trying to figure out how, as a grown man, you still transforming like this. This is the utmost interesting to me. I don't get it, but I'm here for it. Whatever. I wonder how, because I didn't see any new pictures. I was trying to see any new pictures of Canelo, but I couldn't really find any. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't
Canelo at the
know.
juice factory.
Huh. Well, listen,
You ain't gonna see
we
him.
don't we don't know that. That's how he was. Now he look like this. Somebody talk to me, goddammit. What is going on?
You trying to say you on the Ivan Drago regimen?
I listen. I didn't make it. Listen, I'm just trying to figure out what's happening. That's all I'm trying to figure out. I'm just trying to figure out what's. I saw the spot. He was sparring, or he was doing like some pad work or something. He didn't look. How do I say this? I guess I can't. I guess like y'all said, it's just sparring, so I really can't say he's supposed to look extra fast. Maybe he was just working on like technique or something, but he looked a little sluggish. So who knows? Who y'all
Yeah, I
got in
just can't wait, man.
September? Who y'all got in September?
I'm going for my guy, but I'm not gonna be one of these fans to be like, one of these Bud Crawford fans gonna be like, yeah, Bud gonna go over there and dog walk him. He gonna do this and that. 'Cause I respect weight classes. I'm pretty sure Bud does too. And I'm realistic about this shit. I want to
Man,
see a good fight, but that motherfucker is very likely that a lot of Buff fans gonna be fucking crying the next day. Not me, but because I'm coming in, what I'm saying, with an open mind. I know the type of fight he's potentially putting himself in. But if anybody could do it, what I'm saying, can actually go in there and box circles around him and embarrass him, it is. But
all right. I got. Me personally, I got Bud. I want Bud to win, and I got it 50-50, but I got Bud edging it out. But according to my fellow folks that's on these panels, man, I got Bud again with Victor in this corner by knockout.
You got Bud knocking Canelo out?
According to my fellow panel friends, man, I got Bud knocking him out because he got Victor in his corner. But me personally, I got Bud edging it out though. But as far as my fellow panel friends, I got him knocking him out because he got Victor in his corner. That's all.
You are ridiculous. Bro, what you got?
Man, I'm still back
Oh,
and forth with
hold
this.
on, Rich. Rich, Lee said don't forget that $50 bet y'all got. What's the bet,
Oh
Lee?
wow.
That's a
Man, I
bet.
ain't bet that nigga no $50 on no Bud and Canelo.
Oh my
Oh
I
goodness, we
did
got
that.
a
wow.
discrepancy.
I
We got
think
a
I think I
discrepancy
think I,
already. We got a
I
discrepancy
think
already.
I think I did that with Shakur. $50 and them niggas ain't never paid me yet.
Oh wow.
Nobody ain't never paid me. I,
Which
Damn.
you
I
had to
bet it.
bet on a Cepeda fight?
Nah. I think I betted somebody with I think I did bet somebody that, but I could have sworn I ain't never bet nobody no $50 on Bud and Canelo.
So Rich, so Lee, okay, so maybe he got you confused or something. I don't know.
Hey, look, if he pull up when I said it, man, I'm gonna just take it, man. But I don't remember that though. I thought it was on Shakur.
Oh,
Shakur and
okay.
Willie Potato. Yeah, I
Mm,
definitely gonna take it though. Don't get me wrong. I might just forget.
okay.
Rich crazy, man.
I would never bet somebody on YouTube.
Nah, nah, nah,
Rich,
nah, nah, nah.
Motherfuckers will
But
disappear on you for like months and shit, like and then
nah,
pop
but
up back up,
that's not
act
real.
like you forgot.
yeah,
You
that's
won't feel
nasty
real in
work.
yourself. But if I did do that, just pull it up and give it to her, man, and I definitely gotta take it because that's all I have, my word. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely gotta take it.
Yeah, man. I think. Yeah, with Bud, man, and Canelo, I'm just bad. I'm just iffy on this, man. Like, I one day I'm Canelo, one day, and another day I'm Bud. So I just don't really got no definite answer right now, for real, man. I'm just waiting until it lead up for real, cause I got to see a little bit more, cause that right, we seeing Bud in camp, we seeing some work with him, what he doing, but we ain't seen too much from Canelo. Canelo been a little bit low key with his camp, so I just want to see a little bit more from both. But man, I would lean Canelo, you know what I'm saying, just due to the weight. Like it's just hard for me to see Bud beating him with that weight. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for me to see it, but no, but Canelo at the same time, he's been regressing. He's been regressing in my opinion. You know what I
Mm,
mean? Where I remember I did a
that's true.
show. I remember I did a show around the time when they announced the fight, and I was like, Bud looking at Canelo like food, because Bud is very strategic with the fights that he choose, and this fight. I was talking about it earlier on my show how he had that one interview where he was saying like, he'll never move up and fight at 168, and then I guess he listened to Bill Haney when Bill Haney said, Bud Crawford should fight Canelo, and then that encouraged him to want to fight Canelo from what he said from Bill Haney. So now we got the fight, and I'm looking at it as Bud definitely looking like he sees something there that he think no, he could beat this man Canelo. You know what I mean? So he's very confident, and very very hungry to beat him. You know what I'm saying? We never question, Bud's determination and his perseverance. You know what I'm saying? His willpower. You know what I mean? So Bud has what it takes to beat Canelo, but with the weight, that's the only thing that I have the issue with. You know what I'm saying? How Bud is gonna look with
See,
that weight.
I got the issue with this though on Cam. I got the issue that Canelo, he trying to make an example out of one of us. He's still mad
Man,
about Floyd, man. He gonna he trying to make an example out of Bud, man.
you
So I
owe
got him
something,
coming in
bro.
even hungrier. I feel like he feel like this is Floyd Mayweather 2 fight, you know. And I
Right.
feel like I feel like he and then it's on Mexican Day, whatever, one of the Mexican days around that time, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I feel
What
like
Mexican
he
day
got
is that? What Mexican day is that?
I forgot. I forgot what it
I think
actually
on the
is.
Independence
Bible.
Day,
I yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mexican
Mexican
Independence Day.
Independence Day. Yep, that's what it
Oh, okay.
is.
yeah. So I
Oh,
feel like
okay.
he's
Who is? Hold
I
on.
feel like he got more to prove. That's why the fight gonna sell too. You gotta realize that's the only reason. That's another reason why the fight going as far as the arena where they gonna be at, man. It's gonna be live. Like a lot of people gonna be against Bud. But that's why I think it's gonna be a competitive fight. And then Bud going all the way up. So
Who is this?
I
Who is this? Who is this guy?
go down, go back up.
Oh, I was trying to make it bigger so we could see who this is. Daryl. Oh, Darrell Blast Vasant.
Yeah, I
Ain't
think
Oh
that
he
yeah, he
got.
fight
I
on
think.
Pro Box. He nice.
Yeah, I think he undefeated too. He like
Yeah, he
got
on the
like
fight.
11
He
fights, 10
undefeated. He
fights.
nice. Yeah, he
Yeah,
fight
okay?
on
Yeah,
Pro
Canelo
Box.
brought him in the camp.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I know
I
he
watched.
also
I watched
sparred.
him a couple. I
she
watched
got
him a
happy.
few
She got
times on
happy. She
Pro
got
Box the
happy. She
last
like, oh
couple of
yeah.
years. He nice.
He
What he a southpaw or something?
I
he
think
was
he
sparring
fights at
Boots too, wasn't
147.
Yeah,
he?
yeah, southpaw. He's 6'1".
Wasn't he
Mm.
sparring Boots as well? He brought Boots into his camp to spar with him.
Who?
Canelo.
I think that was
Nah,
just rumors.
Hey, Ed, is he
Oh
I
no,
Darrell
heard
I
at
Boots
didn't
don't
see
he?
take
it.
it easy in sparring.
Hey, Ed, Darrell at 147, I believe, ain't he?
I can't remember what
Yeah, I think he's
what
at
division he's at. I know
147.
he fights at. He's fought on a couple of those pro box cards though.
Yeah, that's where I first watched him on. I
No,
watched
he's
him.
at
I watched
154.
about like 3, 4 fights from him on Pro Box in the last year
He's
and a
at
half.
154.
154. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
he nice. I like the real. He nice. I like him. I'm definitely hoping to see him a little bit more of him.
mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
Who
shit.
you
We're gonna
got,
see.
Ant?
Man, I'm still reviewing everything.
I
Oh
So
yeah,
figured
I'll
you
be
gonna
over
say
here reviewing
that.
with you. I will be over here to review it
I
with
was
you, honey.
just I was just watching. You know what? You know who gave Canelo a damn good fight?
Who?
John Ryder.
Yeah,
Hmm.
he did.
That might have been one of the best efforts from a Canelo opponent outside of Dimitri Bivol and since maybe Triple G.
And Floyd Mayweather.
I don't count Floyd because that was so long ago.
Mm.
And I'm gonna count that.
No, the reason why I said
This girl
since.
for
I
real.
said since. I said
Floyd won every
since.
round.
No,
God
but
damn.
I'm saying since then because the Triple G performance, the first one was the last time I seen this dude really like boxing on the move, like boxing on a retreat, changing levels. Around 2018, he had arthroscopic surgery, so I think that
Yeah.
took a little bit of his movement away from him, and also it
Mm.
altered the way that he could prepare. You know, over the past couple of years, people have been talking about his gas tank not being what it used to be. The infamous clip, Jamel Charlo. Look, Canelo getting tired. I think I could take him. So, yo, CB, chill out. But I'm still a little bit undecided. I'm leaning towards Bud because of versatility.
Mm. Okay. Let's see what we got going on.
Versatility, and then a couple of things, man, like his ability to time people based on their footwork. I think that's a
Oh,
very
child.
underrated. He's got really good peripheral vision. Have you seen the way he was doing? What's the big Australian dude beat up Pac-Man? Jeff Horn. The way he was timing him, matching him off, timing him off the rhythm step. And Canelo got a very specific way in which he moves forward. When he comes forward, it's similar to what's my dog's name? Joe Frazier, was back front, back front. So you go rewatch the Bivol fight. Bivol was able to impede his progress just by stiff arming him, being physical with him.
You know that shit like a second nature to that guy though. Only thing that Bud ain't really did was overcome being knocked down, like overcome being really knocked down or hurt. You get what I'm saying? So that's the only thing that you got really worried about from him is how he gonna act when he get hurt. Cause best believe them counter punches from Canelo something different.
Yeah.
But
They're both really good counter punchers, but at this point, I think that Bud is a more versatile counter puncher because he still uses his legs. Canelo, most of the time when he's countering, it's out of the high guard and he's throwing the left hook.
Yeah, he
He don't really
loads
counter
up
with
too.
much sense nowadays.
He loads up. Yeah. Well, we're gonna see, honey. I mean, he don't look bad. I'm not gonna lie. I was surprised how this weight looked on him. You know what I'm saying? I guess once it looks like I can't see him obviously in person, but it don't look like it's too much. But then again, he has to move around with that for 36 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see. We're
That's why
gonna
you go through
see.
the camps, man, to get yourself right, to prepare yourself to be able to carry out the task.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
That
Dimitri
man's
Bivol
famous
fights
But
at
champ.
175, but that has nothing to do with being able to pick up on a pattern, somebody's footwork. It wasn't size that was allowing him to stifle Canelo like that. It was watching his feet. I mean, this is just if your feet are close together, you don't have a strong base. You can get pushed. You can get pushed off balance. And with Canelo, it's not that he has bad footwork, but just stylistically, with him coming back to front, he's looking to spring load his left hook. That's his best punch, his left hook. When he throws his right hand, a lot of times it's two probes, touch, then he throw the right hand.
mm-hmm.
And I think he's
Yeah, you
really
was
good at what he does. But
he was
yeah, if
saying
you can
that.
stay calm, there are things that you can take advantage of, even the things that he does well. And Cardenas, you made a good point about Bud. When he's southpaw, he has shown a little bit of susceptibility to the right hand. But I think the thing that's different with Madrimov is throwing the right hand out of rhythm, and he's got more explosive footwork than Canelo.
Canelo.
The way he's able to just close the gap.
Mm-hmm.
You don't got to bounce in and out. Dimitri Bivol wasn't bouncing in and out versus Canelo. Go rewatch the fight. When his feet come together, I'm gonna give you a little a little diagram with my hands.
And that's the thing. People always bring up the Majimov fight, but the and how Bud struggled, this and that.
So his,
I didn't see that as a
his
struggle.
feet
I
his feet
thought
are
he
like this.
made.
Canelo's footwork is back to front. So this is back foot. Back
Yeah.
foot. Now you see how close that
Yeah.
is? Then it comes out. Back, front, back, front. There's that window when the feet are squared up like that, where you could just push him off balance. Doesn't have it. He doesn't have a strong base in that moment. So it's just about timing him on that window. That's what Dimitri Bivol was doing to him. He wasn't just muscling him. He wasn't just hitting him with the jab. He was just timing him. Yeah,
Mm.
Dimitri Bivol does utilize a pendulum step, but he didn't really utilize a pendulum step in that fight, though. If you go rewatch the fight, he wasn't like pendulum him to death and just bouncing in and out. Nah, he's timing him on the step, catching him in between his steps, and then just getting him off balance, getting some shots off. But that's the Eddie Reynoso way. Because if you look at Valdez, he does the same thing. And what's my man's name? Shakur Stevenson. When he beat Valdez, that's how he was doing him. He was just basically yard sticking. Every time he would come forward, time him in between the steps, push him off balance. And then it got to a point where the referee started warning Shakur, you can't leave it out there because he was just posting them the whole time, posting and
Hmm. Yeah, I was just rewatching that fight the other day too. I think it was on Boxing Gems joint too.
Mm.
But Canelo's a damn good fighter. He's really good.
Who?
Canelo, he's a really good fighter. It's just that there were just certain things like you were talking about. How could Bud hurt him? I believe that's the way you hurt him. Is with timing. When was the last time you seen somebody punch in between Canelo's shots?
Yeah.
Most of the time when Canelo's getting hit, he's able to brace for it. Canelo's really good at rubbernecking. He can roll steam off shots, but
Yeah.
guys really don't trade with him. They don't exchange with him. And he got rocked quite a few times in that John Ryder fight because John Ryder, after John Ryder got his nose busted, that's when the fight really started. That was a damn good fight.
Well, we're gonna see. I mean, like we said, Canelo's been at this weight class for a while, so he knows how, I guess to put on that particular weight and how to hold that particular weight and everything. But Bud, he's training. He looked like he getting ready for sure. So this is definitely gonna be something to see. Very interesting. I'm telling you, extremely interesting. I'm more concerned about what they're doing about the undercard. I really haven't heard it like shape up just yet.
Yeah, the only fight I heard from the undercard was the big. I talked about it earlier. The Big Baby Miller and Jared Anderson fight. And that's the only one that I heard so far, and pretty much. I know they was trying to get Bachram and Josh Kelly on the card, but Josh Kelly didn't take, the fight with Bachram. So, Bachram's moving on with Lubin now. And, then Josh Kelly was just talking about him and Boots. So got that. So I don't really too much really been kind of slow for. I know I did mention earlier that Turkey did mention that he does want to do like them fighters that was from the sparring sessions that he had, a couple weeks ago. He's gonna do a card with some of those guys like that Thursday and Friday leading up till the Canelo and Bud card Saturday. So that's something that Turkey did mention, talking about doing having some of those guys from the sparring sessions on the card.
Yeah, I mean, I know he's doing the what you call it, the tryouts, the America's Got Talent tryouts. I'm just trying to see who, if anybody he's selected yet. You know what I'm saying? We don't really know for sure. I know we hear a lot, this one might be or this one might be, but outside of the definite Canelo versus Bud, we don't really know. You know?
Facts. Them
Yeah, I
details are
think.
very scarce.
Go ahead.
I was just saying them details are very scarce. We don't know who the hell is on this card.
Right. It's like a, what I'm saying, witness protection card or something. I don't know what's happening. Oh my God. Hmm. Well, I'm gonna go around and y'all can give me your final thoughts and tell me what y'all thought. Grade my interview. Be gentle, please. Cam, you first, love.
Oh man, you already know the vibe, sis, man. Amazing interview, sis. You already know you working, you keep pushing, keep going. You already know we gonna keep grinding this shit out. You already know the vibes. I'll be live Sunday, 1 p.m. Sorry but not sorry. Boxing Talk Roundtable Show. We're gonna recap the fights from for Oscar Duarte and Kenneth Sims. So you already know Amber Queen. You know I gotta have you on Sunday too, brother. You know what I'm saying? Rich, come over there, man. You ain't came over there too yet, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, we working, man. You already know I'm gonna have some content, for the night and tomorrow. So I'm gonna just be running videos for the next couple of days till Sunday. So you
What
already
time
know.
that card start tomorrow?
I believe it starts at. Let me see real quick. Hold on to make sure.
I have to catch the
Um,
playback before your show because, like I said,
it
my phone
starts
I can't be bothered.
at the main course starts at 8 o'clock.
Oh, I might be back by then. Okay.
Yeah, it starts at 8 o'clock.
All right, cool.
So yeah, definitely, man. You already know the vibe, sis. Man,
For sure.
subscribe to sis. If y'all ain't subscribed to sis, subscribe to sis. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Y'all watch this on the replay. You already know, and subscribe to Cam J Network if you ain't subscribed as well, man. We working over here.
For
Salute,
sure.
sis.
I will holler at you, bro. Thank you so much for pulling up.
You already know the vibes, sis, man. Salute and salute, Rich, man. You already know the vibes, bros.
Rich, you still with
Yeah,
us?
yeah, yeah. You said what?
What's up? Your final thoughts, babe? We about to shut down
Oh,
the Carter. Come on.
all right. Now my final thoughts is, man, that nothing, man. Keep doing the interviews. Salute to the panel. You know, Terrence Crawford. That fight. I don't know. Ain't really nothing to say for real. Nothing going on, man. I've been
Yeah,
really
it's nothing
focusing
really
on
going
this.
on.
I've been focusing on these other panels. They beefing like shit right now, man.
Oh my. Well,
Shit.
good luck with all of
Yeah.
that. And you go somewhere and figure out if you owe Lee his $50. That's what you need to be doing, child. Don't be worrying
Nah,
about
he
what
gotta
you
find that
doing.
for me, and then I'm going. And then I'm going to do that. But
Oh,
all
you
right,
will.
y'all. All right.
All right, Rich. Thanks for coming up, babe. Talk to you
All right.
later. And the man with all the wisdom in the world. What's up
Oh
with
no, not me. I'm just a nigga with a laptop.
What's
Man,
that?
keep on doing your thing. I watched the other video too. I had it up on another tab
Okay.
all while this was going. The science behind the transformation.
Yes, honey. We got to get
Been
into that.
churning them out, making the community posts, dropping interviews.
Yes.
Only thing left for you to do now is start calling some of these fights.
I'm
Start
trying
doing some
to
live
tell you.
commentary.
I need you for the end. I got to come back over to the corner, honey, so I can learn me a few more things. But after that, man, I don't know if I'll do that because you know what? I just like to watch, honey. I turn the volume down and I just like to watch because sometimes these commentators will have you thinking some shit going on that ain't really going on. Yeah, so I like to mute it and just pay attention.
I gotta hear the punches. I gotta hear the punches. So I gotta have the volume
Oh
up.
yeah. True.
I could separate. You know what I mean? I could compartmentalize, separate the bogus commentary from what's going on. But
I gotta
yeah,
learn
you're
how to
doing a
do that.
fantastic job. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Keep churning them out, churning them out.
I'm trying, man. I'm over
I'm
here
trying to be like
working.
y'all when I grow up, man. Cam
I'm
J,
working.
handling business. My
Yeah.
man, Cat Sports. Just do boxing. Ohio runs boxing. You know
Listen,
me, I'm real sporadic, so I'm trying to catch up to y'all.
I like it like that though. You know what I'm saying? You exclusive. You gotta be in there when if you ain't there, you left. You know what I'm saying? I like that. You know?
I got Kenneth Sims and Oscar Duarte loaded up right now, so I'm thinking about going live. But
Okay.
we out of here.
All right,
Peace.
then. Thanks so much, babe, for stopping by. Ooh, child. So glad y'all joined me for my first interview. I was a little nervous. I hope it didn't show to him, but I was a little nervous. I'm back stalking whoever I need to stalk, honey, trying to get these people up in here. But yes, we are growing and glowing, baby. We are growing and glowing as much as we possibly can. So I appreciate y'all taking this journey with me for sure. And y'all know, until next time, man, catch me on a panel, baby. I am gone.